halls of Warner, the suits decide. Another shadow falls on Gotham tonight. Deep in the tower where the money men scheme, they push the Dark Knight further into the dream. From 25 to 26, then 7, now 8. Pattinson's cape gathers dust while they hesitate. Reeves lights the signal camera, test cuts through the gloom. A flash of the cowl in a winter-lit tomb. But the boardroom whispers clear the path for the sun. Superman needs the spotlight, let his dollars run. Oh, the Batman waits in the endless night. WBD dancing with the cape in flight. Give the man of tomorrow room to claim his throne, while the bat broods alone on his iron throne. February 28th. February 28th, President's Day despair. Gotham cries out, but the suits don't care. Why hand the October crown to Abrams' machine? A last starfighter echo in a silver screen dream. The great beyond sails into that golden fall slot. Powell and Ortega chasing stars that are hot. Sci-fi spectacle bold and bright, while the Penguin lurks in the sewer's cold bite. Court of Owl stirring Johansson in the fray. Stan and the Shadows ready to play. Yet Warner shuffles dates like a madman's game. No sense in the chaos, no honor, no name. Oh, the Batman waits in the endless night. WBD dancing with the cape in flight. Give the man of tomorrow room to claim his throne, while the bat broods alone on his iron throne. February 28th, the long delay calls. Gotham's hero chained by corporate walls. Why crown the Abrams vision on that hallowed date? A knockoff adventure while the true bat waits. 6 years in the shadows. The city grows cold. Strikes and mergers. And stories untold. Reeves crafts his masterpiece, patient and true, but the suits play their chess with me and you. Alfred waits. Gordon scans the sky. Will the bat ever rise? Or just say goodbye? The signal burns, but the answer is late. Batman, Part 2. In the halls of the damned we wait.
What is going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome back to Hollywood After Dark. I'm joined tonight by an oldie but a goodie. Chris, the bipolar Jedi. We were wondering if you were alive. I texted you, I think, the other day asking if you were alive.
I was still in the hospital.
I figured you were in the hospital or dead. It was either or.
Close.
I could go either way depending on the time of day, right? You're just
It was
going
close. The same thing that happened to my arm and my foot. Picture where a girl gets a
fucking spider.
Yeah, picture where a girl gets a tramp stamp.
Oh wow!
I got one there, but they caught it in time before it got too big. But they had to actually go in and give me some vitamin B injections. And man, let me tell you something. Yeah, that scene in The Incredible Hulk where he's like, you got deep flesh and then bones. The bone ones are gonna hurt.
Yeah.
The guy that turns into the Abomination. Yeah, that's what the fuck it felt like. But I'm on the mend now, and they got all that toxic shit out of my blood. So now anything can bite me. I should be okay. You know, I'm on the mend, and I'm better.
Why the fuck are you getting bit so goddamn often?
We have my room. I didn't know it. They had like a little nest of some brown recluses, and I got bit twice. One of them got up in my recliner and bit me in the back, and I knew right away what it was.
Like arachnophobia in like one location.
I had to take everything down off my walls, all my lights, all my Hot Wheels. My house looks like I'm packing to move out, and I had to move everything into storage so they can come here and treat the house and kill everything, any kind of bug. And they started one treatment already, and then the only shitty part is I can't put none of my stuff back up for 3 months because I got to do one treatment every month for 3 months. But then I should be good. And I said, because I said, look, if I get bit again, I'm suing you motherfuckers. That's it. Because the one on the spine kind of scared me. Because if it would have ended up like my foot or my arm, and you've seen them, Maddie, it's bad, bro. The thing is, I'm starting to take it serious, but us type 2 diabetics, man, we live in danger. A fucking paper cut could kill us, man, if we're not careful.
If you're not careful, yeah.
You know,
like, I mean, I'm having that trouble right now, not on I have like a tendonitis thing going on in both my elbows, so like it fucking hurts to like listen. And I lift luggage, you know what I mean? And like some days it's fine, and then other days I'm like I can't lift shit, you know, and I got to do it anyway, so it doesn't get any better. And my doctor was all like, "You gotta get your A1C in check." And I'm like, "Is my A1C?" She's like, "It's probably your A1C." I'm like, "Fuck berries." So I gotta get. I'm working on that, trying to get that thing down. Although today I went to IKEA today.
Under control, man, because that shit. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it can turn into carpal tunnel, and you don't want that.
Well, carpal tunnels are your wrist, and my wrist gets enough action as it is. It's been fine so far.
I thought you could get carpal tunnel in your like any joint.
I don't know, man. I'm making a jack off joke.
All the guys are jacking off too much. I got a girl for it. You want to know?
I've been doing it for 30 years, man. It's like,
look, all my favorites are here, bro. I missed everybody, man. Like fucking Rational, my 2 main guys, Music Man, and Spherical in here. It's all good. I mean, you know, I'm happy. I got to see the Odyssey. Not gonna say how, but it was.
I'm going to assume you saw the Odyssey the same way that I might watch it tonight.
That's all I'm gonna say. But so, I'm also gonna support the movie.
Oh, is it actually on that website? Okay.
I liked it so much that I am gonna go with my brother to see it down in St. Louis on the Limax. Okay. But I am gonna go see it because it's like, you know, everybody made a big deal, and even I was like, man, I don't want to sound like I don't want to sound like a chud.
I have made so many motherfuckers mad at me.
Right? I didn't want to sound like one of the chuds, but I was kind of like, how are they gonna make a Black Helen of Troy? And it's Elliot Page.
I'm not even talking about the Black Helen. I haven't even really mentioned the Black Helen of Troy.
None of that shit even mattered, bro. The movie's a fucking epic. It's a Nolan movie, guys. It's a fucking Nolan movie. That should be enough to get you in the theaters. The pacing issues, I don't have a problem with them because the dialogue's good. And Sparkly Vampire, great villain, bro. It's an epic, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to put no spoilers out.
It's like, here's the thing, man. Like I have my complaints with what's his nuts with Nolan. I've had complaints with Nolan for years. I've very much been vocal about this for years. You know, and trying to like, so, you know, I put out a post today talking about the whole situation with Tenet, you know, and like so.
That's the only one though, Maddie. That's the only one you can really shit talk.
No, I can kick the fuck out of Interstellar, dude. I can curb stomp
Okay,
Interstellar.
no, you're right. Third act of Interstellar does get
dude, that third act. Once Matt Damon dies, just turn the movie off.
Yeah,
right? Just
I will give you that.
He makes it home. Like that's it. Other than that, that movie becomes pants on head retarded, like Hideo Kojima levels of stupid.
Yeah, like,
right?
and you're trying to figure shit out. Like, what is he saying?
No, it's not even
seventh dimension, traveling through time to a black hole.
Ghost.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he's his own god or his fucking dope. Like
ghost. The loop of the time travel, it's fucking crazy, man. It really is. It's fucking nuts, man.
It's like he went from making, you know, like I don't want to say like 2001: A Space Odyssey to 2010: A Space Odyssey. You know what I mean? Like just it went from like 0 to what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, I know, but
in this
2010 was like one of the. Because when I was a kid, we had HBO, Showtime, or Cinemax, so you were stuck watching a lot of shit. And I remember them putting a lot of advertising up for 2010. So I watched it. Then everyone was like, "Oh man, it's a sequel. You got to watch 2001. You got to watch it." And I'm not one of those guys. Guys, I'm sorry. I just what's the director's name? I think he's phenomenal. But Nolan? I did not like 2001. Man.
Oh,
Kubrick. Yeah, Kubrick. He's great.
He's a toughie. He's a toughie.
But I didn't like 2001. Man, that shit to me, that shit was boring.
Yeah, it's like Star Trek 1, right? Boring as shit.
Boring.
But then again,
but the AI. I'm sorry, I can't do that, David. That's when it got scary. You're like, fuck me, dude.
Well, yeah, that was iconic. Mind the opening of the movie, dun 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 dun. You know,
with monkeys and shit, those bones.
I mean, dude, monkey fucking throwing a bone is like, all right. You know, I mean, so much so that Barbie made fun of it for its teaser trailer. It parodied
no, it wasn't. Fourth, we're not going to agree on that. We'll agree. Look, we can agree on BVS, both cuts. We can agree on a lot of that shit. We can agree on, hey man, I really wish they bring Snyder back. I'm with everybody else. I never once didn't want him to come back. I was just being realistic and saying I didn't think he would come back, and they came for my ass. Okay, but Interstellar's not good all the way through. I'll fight you on that one, bro.
Interstellar is best movie ever made until Matt Damon dies, and then after that, it just goes into pants on head retarded. And I see your super chat there, Command Unit. You know, and he says here, dude, I won't let you insult Kojima like that. His writing is mimetic art. Mimetic art? Are we talking like mimetic as in internet memes, or like the origin of the term from like the 70s?
No, Kadeem, it's not that, bro. It's just sometimes I find some movies to be a little bit too highbrow, too sophisticated. For example, Dune. Dune. I've tried to read it so many times, Maddie, because they say that's where everything came from. Star Wars, Star Trek. And I even watched that documentary about the other guy, so-and-so's Dune. The Dune he was going to do.
It's Jodorowsky's.
Jodorowsky's Dune. Yeah.
No, and I'm probably saying that wrong, but yeah.
I've tried really hard. But there's some things that they're just too sophisticated. And I know I'm an intelligent guy, but something like the third act of Interstellar, I just don't fucking get it, man. And 2001, I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm telling you, it's so boring. It looked amazing. Holy shit, it looked amazing.
You can tell with Interstellar, Jonathan Nolan didn't have much to do with that. Same with fucking The Dark Knight Rises, because Jonathan Nolan was off working on Westworld. Now, if you think about Westworld season 1, he was really trying to follow in his brother's footsteps, right? By having like the main timeline and the past timeline, and we don't know that they're alternate timelines until the very end of the first season. Right. And then after that, Westworld just goes into some weird shit. But they took that same concept a little bit for season 2 of Fallout, but they made it work really, really, really well. And they're not leaning into it too much. You know, like they didn't, like I was really worried that they were going to take due to Fallout what they did to Westworld. You know,
are we getting a season 3?
A Fallout shooting that shit right fucking now.
Yeah, cool.
Right now, Walton Goggins is already back in the makeup. He's already
because I didn't watch that one yet. If I want to binge something,
or you haven't seen the whole show.
I've seen the first season. I haven't watched season 2. Sometimes I save things. You know what I mean? Like
I get it. I did the same thing with season 2. Yeah. I did the same thing with season. I think I binged I waited until 6 episodes out of 8 were done or some shit.
I will say this, guys. If I can have just a moment of your time, I might be able to convince you. Look. About 5 years ago, one of my best friends ever. He's like a son to me. His name's Maverick. He D&D everything. I mean, this guy's got first editions on his shelf. He's been published. Some of his actual campaigns have been published. He's obsessed with some group called Critical Role, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we see this commercial or this trailer on Amazon for Critical Role presents The Legend of Vox Machina, right?
Oh, it's a pretty good show.
And I'm like, this shit looks dumb as fuck. Maddie, I've binged it twice in a row. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It's so fucking good, man. Like, you might be like, for a D&D guy like me and all my friends, and I grew up on that shit, and I started watching a little bit of Critical Role. And you know me, I'm not a big, it took Jess to like really get me to start watching animation like anime, and it took you to get me to actually start taking certain Disney and Pixar movies seriously. Even though you guys suck for the whole Iron Giant thing, fuck you, and the Fox and the Hound, fuck you guys. You knew what you were doing. I took down your names, coming for you. But I've been watching a lot of animation lately, and I'm telling you,
on from a spider bite, you're fine.
Vox Machina is right up there with fucking Invincible for me. It's that good. It's gory, it's funny, it's got heart in all the right places. It's got great characters you give a shit about, and it's got a great story. So, I mean, I binged it, and then I went right back and started over and watched it again. It's a great show. Now, the one after that, The Mighty Nine or whatever, I'm trying to get into it, but I just can't, bro. And it's the same people. It's Critical Role. It's in the same world, the same universe. I just can't get into it. I'm trying, but I can't. It's just, I don't know. But if you guys haven't seen Vox Machina yet, I promise you, you will enjoy it. And this is from a guy who doesn't really do animation, but Vox Machina was insanely good to me anyway. I binged it twice while I was in the hospital on my phone.
No, it's a good show. I think I saw all of season 1. I know I saw most of season 1. I think I was watching it and I got distracted and I came back,
Season 1 is like introduction to the characters, and then the twins, Dex and Dax, the half elves, and then you get the battle with the vampires, but then you got a cliffhanger with that spinning black sphere at the end. And then that doesn't come back into play till like season 3. Season 2 and 3 is all about dragons, man. And not just like dragons, man. Not Game of Thrones, like fucking evil fucking dragons, man, that enslave people. And one does ice, one does fire, one does acid, and one does some sort of disease. It spits out a plague. And in that world, dragons don't get along. Dragons don't work together. But these dragons like form a fucking union of evil. And then season 4, it comes back to that black sphere. And that's really all I'll say, because, I mean, there were parts where I was like, if they kill off this character, man, I'm going to lose my shit.
It's, one of those things where a show like that's a good show. Hold on here. Sorry. Command unit for 5. I'm going to get to the super chats here in a second. Okay, hold on. Technically, both Kojima regularly used the word mimetic prior to the popularization of the word meme, and he turned it into an art. I don't know how a flaming fucking fire fucking whale in the goddamn opening of stupid ass Metal Gear Solid 5 is somehow meant to be, some kind of like mimetic art. It's a flaming fucking
right at the beginning when you're stealthing around in the hospital and shit.
Like,
I never understood that part.
Like, don't get me wrong, Metal Gear Solid 5 is a phenomenal game. Right, fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it's super fun. You can lose yourself for weeks just in side missions.
The story's dumb as shit. All right, it's like what was that? I was playing Avowed last year when Avowed came out, from Obsidian, and the main quest line of Avowed is so bad that I just kept skipping through it. I don't care what my decisions did. I didn't give a shit. But the side quests were fun and I enjoyed the characters. But the main quest line was super bad. The same kind of for the Outer Worlds too, because like the Outer Worlds was more like Fallout in space, which is basically what our Outer Worlds was. It was very tongue in cheek, very sarcastic, and then they toned all of that down for Outer Worlds 2, and made an inferior product. And I realized today, kind of getting back on the subject of movies, because we went up to IKEA, which is like an hour away from the house, because I was looking for DVD shelves. And then I get up there and I realized that like my Kia cannot hold the boxes. So like I drove an hour up, just to go.
What do you mean it can't hold them? Like measurements are wrong?
They're not big enough. My car is too small for the shelving boxes. I have to like.
That's what you get for buying a little Prius or
whatever.
whatever.
I don't know why I thought it would work. Anyway, so like but we're driving back and I'm listening to music, and Take On Me by Aha comes on, right? And that's one of the best songs ever made.
It's literally one of the best songs ever made. It's
iconic.
Is,
and I will say out of all music videos, Thriller is the best music video. Take On Me is the second best music video.
Best music video. I don't know. I don't want to debate you on that. Thriller might be up there.
No, I said Thriller is number one.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Thriller might be up there for me.
I would say Take On Me is probably number two.
When I was a kid, we had the laser disc of it, because the actual Thriller song is actually like 26 minutes long. And we had like the laser disc of it, the big fucking laser disc, and I just remember going, "Wow, that's really cool, man!" Like, I was obsessed with Michael Jackson. Then I kind of fell into that rabbit hole of did he or didn't he, and then I just started focusing on the art. And greatest artist, him and Prince, bro, to ever live. I think, honestly. Like, what gets me though, like Thriller's great, you know what I mean? But we never got like a full on release for Captain EO. Do you know what Captain EO is? No, like what?
Oh my fuck. Okay, hold up. Okay. Let me quickly finish the point I want to make, and then I'm going to get back to Captain EO. Okay, so because Captain EO is going to blow your fucking mind if you don't know what it is, and no one in the chat say a fucking word. I will ban you.
I've never heard of it, Maddie.
I will. I'm going to look it up while I'm talking to you about it too. So anyway, okay. So we're listening to Take On Me, right? And my daughters love that. So they were hating. I was listening to like Tom Petty. I was listening to Leonard Skinner. I was listening to some, fucking, Huey Lewis in the News. You know what I mean? Like just rocking some 80s jams.
Yeah, every once in a while, just one day out of the week, I do all 80s, man. I'll do Eagles. I'll do Cyndi Lauper.
They were bitching. They were bitching and moaning about it because it wasn't the songs they like. They're 6 and they're 8, right?
How do they feel about the outfield?
I don't think I played that one for them.
Jesse's on a vacation far away.
They would probably like that one. But I did introduce my youngest daughter. We introduced her to System of a Down today.
Wow.
And because my eldest passed out and my youngest was like bitching about listening to a rock song. I said, all right, fine. So I put on I put on Disturbed. I put on System of a Down. I put on Saliva. We put on Alice in Chains and shit.
Saliva. I was an Alice in Chains fanatic. I still am, but I forgot how good Saliva was.
Dude, oh my God. When I ran for governor of California, right? The one thing I wanted from the station was Kiss and Aerosmith tickets. And they were touring at the time. And so they got me the tickets. And when I got to the fucking, it was a Coors Amphitheater down there, San Diego, I didn't know that the opening act was Saliva.
Oh, that's awesome.
We got there and Click, Click, Boom started playing. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's the shit.
So it dawned on me, going back to the movie thing, right? Dawned on me that my daughters, they love Take On Me, right? But they also love No Sleep Till Brooklyn. They also love
Beastie Boys classic.
Right. Yeah, and they also love fucking AC/DC Back in Black. Now, or Highway to Hell, whatever it was. I think Thunderstruck is what it was. Whatever they used in the Mario movie, right? So those 4 needle drops in the Mario movie, they love those songs because they have a good association to a movie that they love.
Oh yeah, if you get the right music, the right soundtrack. I mean, look at The Crow.
Have you seen
The Crow? It's a perfect soundtrack.
It's a great
Blade. Blade is a perfect soundtrack. I even
had the Crow City of Angels soundtrack, which was actually
that one wasn't bad. Great music.
Old Dust Woman by fucking Hole was actually a really good.
Yeah. And my kid, you're talking about your kid. My daughter's an old soul, and she's a Stevie Nicks fanatic. So I think it's cool that your kids are listening to the older movies.
I get that. But
the correlation with movies is a big deal. The score is always important, but the soundtrack's important too, I think.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that with that is it dawned on me that in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, there was no needle drop. They didn't have any needle drop moments in the
Well,
film.
it's not. I wonder why they. I don't wonder why. It's not like they can't afford licensing for
no.
songs.
I think what it was is one of the big complaints from a lot of diehard fans out of the first movie was that there's such a plethora, right? A litany of fucking good Super Mario themed music from the games.
Oh
that you
yeah,
use in the movie,
from
which makes
Mario Kart all the way to like the old school shit. The 8-bit songs you're talking about, those are great.
Yeah, but I'm just going like I don't know, man. You know, like for me, I looked at that and I'm just like, I think they should have had needle drops in the movie. I really feel they needed a couple needle drops in the Mario Galaxy, because I think if they would have had the needle drops, I do think that movie would have done better. It still did great, but I think it would have done better, because I feel like I remember
my favorite scene in any movie of all time, like ever, and it's not it might even be my favorite movie. I always say that, but I'm so full of shit. 1 minute it's The Breakfast Club, next minute it's The Crow, and then I forget that I've seen Aliens more times than I've even seen Star Wars. But my favorite scene ever in any movie ever that I get pumped every time is when Eric goes into the old apartment. He sees Shelly's mask, he paints his face, and the lightning goes off, and the crow lands on his shoulder, and it's The Cure. That song burned through the whole time, dude. It's my favorite scene ever, because you just like, everyone's gonna die tonight. You know, it's just tell me that Hollywood and every man on the planet doesn't love a good revenge story.
Oh yeah, no, that's they're great. That's one of the reasons why John Wick is as big as it is, because it's a revenge story. Not a woman was fridged, but a dog was fridged.
Yeah,
you know, it's like you kill his wife already died of cancer,
and then the one thing he had connecting him to her, they kill it.
Yeah, and then like, oh, everyone's gonna fucking die, and everyone's
gotta die. It's a puppy, bro. You know how many girls I've watched that movie with, and they just start blubbering. You're not 5 minutes into the movie, and they're just blubbering on the couch. And I'm like, it gets better, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, it's like, all right, hold up, man. Like, yeah, they gotta establish the fucking emotional.
He killed a bunch of people in a bar with a fucking pencil. Okay, calm down. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, don't worry. You're gonna get the review.
Yeah, that one crow scene where he goes back to the apartment and he puts all his shit back on, and it's just that gothic, whatever. I don't even know what kind of window you call that, but it's like a gothic. It's just so good. Music is so important to movies. I don't think people get it. Like, it's so important, and kids will correlate that, the movies and video games. Like, you know, look how many radio stations you have on the GTA games, and they will pick a favorite radio. Danny's was always the old rock stuff. You know, she knows groups like the Eagles and the Greg Kin Band and Stevie Nicks, and my kid learned all that shit by playing GTA.
Yeah, and
that became her favorite. So if your kids are like listening to like metal and 80s rock because of movies, that's awesome. Because the needle drops, that's the shit, bro.
Well, my daughter today was like, she goes, I like the music, I don't like the singing. I was like, all right. I'm like, okay, I get that. Fine. You may not like, you know, I'm doing like Disturbed, Stupefy, right? You know, and like doing the whole David Germain type shit, right? Or you do, you know, System of a Down, where, you know, it just all like has like the melodic, you know, lyrics, and then like,
you know, I didn't like them at first, you know, that because the first song I heard was that Sugar song, and I was like, I don't really know. But then later on, I was like, yo, these guys are fucking good, man.
No, I think it's called BYOB. It was like, everybody come to the party, have a real good time. And
I think Danny's favorite is a song called Ariel.
Oh yeah, Ariel's. Yeah.
I think that's Danny's favorite.
A fucking great track.
And those dudes are Persian. I didn't even fucking know that, dude.
I almost went full fucking East Coast. That's a great track there, bro. Yeah, no, that fucking song fucking slaps. No, it's good shit. It's I love System of a Down. You know, and I love like Disturbed, and like, you know, like fucking Offspring. I show my kids
Offspring. That early 2000s stuff was great. When I'm gonna forget his name 'cause I'm high, but the Three Doors Down. That was really sad when that guy died. He was young. Yeah,
I was listening to Kryptonite recently too, and I thought Three Doors Down was good.
A lot of those songs, now that he's he's died. Now he's passed
Yeah.
on. If
Well,
you go
dude,
listen
you
to
know
songs like "It's Not My Time" or things
yeah.
like that, dude, they
Well,
hit different now.
you know what really hits different? What's really hits different, dude, is go back and listen to All Star by Smash Mouth.
Oh, that's right. He died
Because the
too.
lead singer of that died.
Yeah, he
He
died too.
retired from the band and then he died. But the lyrics in All Star, you know, the years keep coming and they don't stop coming.
Yeah.
Right? Like back to the rule, didn't you hit the ground running? You know, like all that, dude. I fucking listened to All Star. I love that goddamn fucking song.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
one of the reasons
Aztec,
why I fucking rap.
you just named two of my favorite bands of all time. I think Seven Dust is one of the most criminally underrated metal bands of all time, but they're coming back. There's like a big comeback. They're like doing really good on the tour circuit now, man. And I always thought they were so great. And I remember seeing the video and going, wow, they got a black lead singer. Like this dude can fucking dude. Seven Dust and Static X was great, but then when Wayne Static died, it was pretty sad.
Well, it's
You
like
know.
KMFDM, you know what I mean? Like they, you know, when the lead guy from that died from autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, or NXS.
No,
Michael
I'm thinking
Hutchinson.
of NXS. That's what it is. I'm thinking of
Yeah,
NXS.
Michael Hutchinson, and that dude
But,
could
well,
sing,
it's like,
man.
you know, my girlfriend and I were talking today about how much we love Linkin Park. And I'm like, it's hard to listen to Linkin Park nowadays. It just is.
I can listen to a lot of it, but that one more light or whatever, that one's hard to listen to. That's a hard one.
difficult. And I've heard like the new girl that they got, and she's not bad. Like, but I don't gel with it the same way. So it's
No,
like,
I don't. It's not Chester. You're not gonna.
well, it's not
you know?
Chester. Well, it's kind of like we were listening to Alice in Chains, right? And I asked my girlfriend, I said, hey, do you remember Velvet Revolver? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, Velvet Revolver's the band from Alice in Chains. Just the singer, he died. But so the Stone Temple
Scott
Pilots,
Weiland.
Scott Weiland came on in. And they
Weiland was from STP, Stone Temple Pilots. Yeah.
Yeah. But then Scott Weiland died too. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Right. But like Velvet Revolver put out a fucking banger of an album. Who the fuck was it that was?
They were on the Ang Lee Hulk soundtrack.
Who? Yeah. No. Which was the band that was the band of Rage Against the Machine, and it was a different singer?
Audio Slave.
Was it Audio Slave? Okay, because
Yeah, they were. Zach got in trouble and actually got kicked out of the country because that dude's like a straight up revolutionary. So he got kicked out of the country for a while. True story.
Well, fuck you. I won't do what you tell me. Right?
Yeah, and so they brought in Chris Cornell, rest in peace,
yeah.
the voice, and it became Audio Slave. And I've never
yeah.
heard an Audio Slave song I didn't like.
Dude, no, the fucking James Bond Casino Royale theme song. You Know My Name or whatever it is, by Chris Cornell.
Yeah,
that
dude,
was
Chris Solo is great. Like there's a scene in Man of Steel, the part after the oil rig, and he steals some clothes, and you hear that song Seasons in the background. That, you know,
it's been a minute since I've seen it, but
summer nights and long warm days. That's like, it's so fitting for that scene. It's just so good, man. It's
and that was Cornell.
And that was Chris Cornell. And then what one thing Audio Slave did that blew my mind is my favorite. You guys know I'm a car guy. Anything with a car, I'm watching it. And my favorite old school car movie is called Vanishing Point, where this fucking lunatic just gets in a white Dodge Challenger and fucking, as a matter of fact, Tarantino paid homage to it. Remember when the girls in Death Trap or Death Proof go to drive the white Challenger?
Yeah.
And that black girl's like, this is off the fucking, because that's the Challenger from Vanishing Point, Kowalski. And Audio Slave did that song, Show Me How to Live. And they made it look like they were driving that car. They took all the scenes from that Vanishing Point movie and put themselves in it. And you've heard Show Me How to Live, right?
I'm sure I have, top of my head right now. I can't.
Yeah, is it nail in my hand from my creator? It's so fucking good, bro.
I'm sure I've heard it. Yeah.
And it's like all Vanishing Point. And I'm telling you, man, the first time I saw the video, I got like a music heart on. It was crazy to hear that song. And, you know, because the ending of the movie, spoilers, guys, he's all methed out off pills and shit. And he's trying to get home to his wife. And then he finds out that she died in childbirth. And then Viggo Mortensen did a remake of it. And it's just as good. And they put these bulldozers up to block the freeway. And he just kills himself. He drives right into them and blows up. You know, and the band did the same thing in the thing. Audio Slave, man, that's crazy, man. That's one group I would be like, I would ask myself, I wonder if Maddie likes Audio Slave. Like that's one of those groups where I'd be like,
No, I mean, it's like back in the day, like, so I had a bunch of my friends who were like super into rock and roll. Like they drugged me to Ozfest multiple times, and so like I was telling my girlfriend about that today. I'm like, oh yeah, we had so much fun. I don't remember all of it because I was extremely drunk when I was there. But like, I remember like we saw System of a Down, we saw Disturbed, we saw Marilyn Manson, like I saw Drowning Pool, but it was with the new guy.
The new guy, yeah.
No, was it? Did I see them? No, I think no, because it wasn't. It was with it had to have been with the new guy because Let the Bodies Hit the Floor that had already come and gone, and that's
I know Fourth. I know the original one. We don't know why he did it. He was just all speeded out. He was living on the ragged edge. But if you go read the news clippings, that's actually based on a real story, but they did a lot of embellishment. But yeah, the original's of course my favorite. But all I'm saying is the Viggo Mortensen one's not bad, for a Viggo Mortensen movie.
Yeah, it's not like Viggo Mortensen's like a bad actor.
Well, no, it's just that he tries to put out these epics, Maddie. Like Hidalgo was supposed to be this big epic.
Hey, fuck! Whoa, this is a Hidalgo hate-free zone. Okay,
no, it's okay, but it's okay, but for my money, besides, come on, man, he's the king has returned, bro. Viggo's the man. Okay, you hobbs bow to no one. I love him, but my favorite movie by him, History of Violence.
History of Violence is really good. The fucking scene in the no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Eastern Promises.
Eastern Promises is amazing too.
Fucking hardcore. I really like the History of Violence a lot. I mean, obviously, Aragorn, Lord of the Rings and shit, and everything. But like,
the first thing I ever saw him in, Young Guns 2, when the kid gets shot and he's laying there bleeding to death, and Viggo's on the horse next to Pat Garrett, and he says, "Take your medicine, boy," like meaning, have a good death. That's the first thing I ever saw Viggo in. Was Young Guns 2. Now I'm sure he was in stuff before that, but if you look at IMDb, Viggo Mortensen had a small part in the posse that was chasing down Billy the Kid. And when
who else had a cameo in Young Guns?
Bon Jovi, I heard.
No, well, maybe I don't know about that one, but I can tell you right now, Tom Cruise has a cameo in Young Guns.
Where?
In the shootout at the end in the first movie. When they're in the house
and they throw themselves out in the trunk
and all the fucking dudes are outside unloading on the house, Tom Cruise is one of the guys in the crowd.
No shit.
Tom Cruise
Tom was big at that time. Like he didn't have to do a cameo.
He was in like, I think it was at the Paramount lot or something like that. He was there that day. He was like walking by, and that's basically how they got it. Here's a fun story. So the movie The Rundown, right?
Yeah, it's great.
So in the opening of the movie, when Arnold passes by The Rock and he says "good luck," right? Like a lot of people thought that was Arnold passing the action movie star torch.
It could be
to Dwayne, right? No, that's what it felt like. I remember seeing this. I saw a sneak preview of The Rundown back in September 2003. And we're watching this whole thing, and then here comes he's walking into the club and shit, and it's such a great opening to that fucking movie. But he's walking, and then you got Arnold, and Arnold's like, "Good luck," right? And you're like, "Okay, is this a passing the torch sort of thing?" Turns out, Arnold was just walking like on the lot that day, and Peter Berg like saw him, and then like ran over and was like, "Hey man, we're doing this movie. Would you be willing to do a cameo like right now?" Right? Or no, would you be willing to do a cameo? And he was like, okay, but it has to be done right now. And so they went and shot that. Like it just happened. It wasn't.
Yeah, that's so cool when like the shit like that happens.
Like that. And you're like, but dude, seeing Arnold pop up in The Rundown, in my opinion, absolutely elevated The Rundown to like fucking way. I mean, it's a great movie in general, but like that elevated it in so many ways for me because I'm such a big Arnold fan. Like having him pop up just as a little cameo was like, oh, that's fucking dope.
The shit he did in Expendables was great. Like the way, like Sylvester, people got to give Sylvester Stallone some. By the way, I saw that trailer today for the Rocky.
I play Rocky.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. But the fact that Sylvester could get all those people together, even in the lesser one, the fourth one with Andy Garcia, like he got Chuck. Dude, when we were kids, we would always talk about Chuck and John Claude and fucking the only one that he didn't want was Seagal, and that's fine with me, man. But like in the second Expendables, John Claude Van Damme was like legit evil, fucking amazing actor in that.
The thing with the story with that one is
great
also
villain, bro.
that, so the fight scene at the end between the two of them, right? And I'm gonna get
it's my favorite part.
I'm gonna get the super chats here in a second, guys. Believe me, thank you very much. I've seen them. We've been kind of on a roll. So the way that I've heard it is that they originally had another scene in the script, right, where they're in the airport, everything's going crazy. John Claude is about ready to get away on a helicopter. Sylvester Stallone like gets in like some vehicle, something or another, and like races up and like jumps off a ramp and leaps off the vehicle and jumps onto the helicopter, and that's where they fight, and like that's how he dies. And then John Claude was like, when they were filming it, was like, what's up, bro? Like, let's not do that, right? Like, people are paying for you and me to fight. That's what they're paying for. That's what they want to see. So let's
get a great fight at the end,
that
bro.
Fucking fight scene in the fucking it's so reminiscent
and the
of
shit he's saying. Like Van Damme's such a great villain. Every time, because he's putting Sylvester Stallone down, whooping his ass, and then he stops, and every time because he's like, "Come on, motherfucker, get up! I want my money's worth. I want my money's like, dude." I'm like, this villain is amazing.
Oh, he was great. Chuck Norris had an awesome cameo in that as well. Like, the cobra, bit me.
The cobra, the rattlesnake bit me, and after 6 miserable days of agony, he finally died. The rattlesnake died.
It was just
what?
No, did you not know about the Chuck Norris memes at that time?
Oh no, I knew about him. Yeah, I still don't.
I was watching.
He just died recently too. Yeah, Chuck. We just lost Chuck. Yeah,
earlier this year, I think. And it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Chuck was fucking insane by the end, but I love that moment when he pops up in that movie because I loved those memes. Right, the Chuck Norris memes were great, and like for early internet culture sort of thing. And then the fact that they got him to do it. And
they got him to do his own meme and a cameo, where the movie doesn't take itself serious. It knows exactly what it is.
And if you think about it, he's effectively playing the same character that he was playing in the first Delta Force.
Which was good. I didn't care for the second one. The first Delta Force was great.
I am a big fan of the finale of Delta Force 3. Because it's
I didn't even know there was a 3. There's a fucking 3.
I was explaining today. Okay, so this guy we follow each other on Twitter. He starts talking about Angie Everhart. How she was great in Bordello of Blood, Tales from
she was beautiful. Blood, right? At one time, she was the most downloaded female.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. And so I said, "Oh yeah, she was great in The Substitute 4." And he's like, "There's a 4th Substitute movie."
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Treat Williams took over. After the first, so the first Substitute movie,
one of them's Aiden Quinn too, right? Because I really maybe not Aiden Quinn. No, you're right. It is Treat. It's fucking.
It was Treat. It was Treat. And so, Spherical Man might like this because my recommendation to this guy I follow on Twitter was, "Hey man, have you heard of this movie called Gale Force?" And he's like, "No," and I'm all like, "So let me tell you about Gale Force," And he's like, "I got to go check this out." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, you do." It's a great thing. And so, but no, what was I saying? So anyway, but no, Treat Williams did. I mean, Tom Berenger, the first Substitute movie was fucking awesome. I mean, that movie's great, dude.
No, I like them all. Yeah.
I've seen all the other ones because I saw Treat Williams. They got Vanessa Williams in one of, I think it was in the 2 or 3. I think she was in the second one. They got Vanessa Williams to be the love interest, right? And they fucking kill Vanessa Williams in the movie.
Wow.
They actually killed Vanessa Williams.
Yeah.
Like we're talking late 90s Vanessa Williams, like that.
Yeah. When she was on top of the world. Yeah. She was literally on top
of the world, but that was early 90s, I think. But this is definitely like she was, doing DTV shit back then, but who cares? She's hot. But she still carried a name, right? It's kind of like, when you go and you watch From Dusk Till Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money, the movie is all about Robert Patrick, T-1000 and shit, right? Like, he's doing this story, and the movie opens with Bruce Campbell and Tiffany Amber Thiessen in a cold open.
That one's called Texas Blood Money. I thought the second one was called
Is the third one Texas Blood Money? I think the
Dusk
third
Till
one.
Dawn 2, something about
Or is Texas Blood Money? No, I thought Texas Blood Money was the
I
sequel.
think it's part 3, bro. Part 2 is the Hangman's whatever.
Nope. No. Texas Blood Money was From Dusk Till Dawn 2.
Okay, what's the what's the Hangman's whatever or whatever?
I believe From Dusk Till Dawn 3 is called The Hangman's Daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like those too, but that first one, I just remember I went into that one blind. Like I went into that one blind.
I never saw From Dusk Till Dawn 3. I have seen From
No,
Dusk
I haven't
Till
seen it either. I've seen one, and I didn't
Dawn,
really like
and I never
it.
watched the TV show either.
Just like get ready for some blasphemy, guys. The TV show was okay. Wilmer Valdermildo, whatever the fuck, Fez. He actually plays a pretty good villain, but
Yeah.
I've tried and tried and tried. I have to admit, I'm a fraud when it comes to certain things, man. And one of them is certain vampire movies. You know, if you like one, you're supposed to like them all. I did not like the I didn't like the one with James Woods, and I think that's a Carpenter one. And I didn't like it.
Whoa!
And you guys know me. Who's my favorite director? Who's my favorite director?
Are you fucking for real?
You did
not like John Carpenter's Vampires?
I didn't like Vampires,
dude. I fucking love that goddamn movie, man. I got that shit.
And I am a fucking. That's 2 strikes on me because
that's
crazy. One, I didn't like that one, and John Carpenter is my favorite director. And 2, I did not know for years. Maddie had to tell me that Big Trouble in Little China I had never seen.
No, that's
true. I did not know that was a Carpenter's movie. And then I went and watched it, and it blew my fucking mind.
I bullied him about it. It
automatically hit my top 10 of favorite movies. Like, yeah,
I was like, he was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, I've never seen Big Trouble in Little China, and I think I just yelled at you for a little while.
Yeah, because you're like, your favorite director is John Carpenter. I'm like, yeah, so what the fuck's that got to do with You're like, he directed it, you dumbass. I'm like, what? I can't believe I didn't know that.
He wrote it
and watched it. It's such a fun movie,
did the soundtrack. And
I think that John Carpenter should have sued the fuck out of Mortal Kombat because everything happened in Big Trouble in Little China became Mortal Kombat. Like, think about it, dude.
He did well, no, not really.
The magical powers, the light. The only thing they added was a tournament. And you maybe didn't have a Johnny Cage. But you kind of did have a Johnny Cage. That would have been, that's not Kurt Russell. Everybody thinks that's Kurt Russell's movie. And if you're a Kurt Russell, I love Kurt Russell. But he's not the hero in that movie. He's the comic relief who thinks he's the fucking hero. The real hero is that Chan guy. The Asian kid trying to get his woman back, And I always wondered, did Carpenter do that on purpose? Because now that you've introduced me to that movie and I've watched it so many times, I always ask myself, did Carpenter do that on purpose? Because Kurt Russell doesn't really have an ego. So I wonder if that's like something hidden in there that we're supposed to figure out on our own.
I mean, the idea there, though, is that Jack Burton's is, he's not the everyman. Right, that's Chan. Chan's like
he's the narrator who thinks he's the hero.
Yeah, that's kind of and is he an unreliable narrator? Actually, no. But what's great about that is just because he's still the main character, but he's not the hero, right? And like what I love about that is just like, I still love the fucking line. I'm going to tell you about an accident, and I don't want to hear "act of God." It's still one of the best lines.
No, it really is. And I want a sequel so bad because at the end he's talking on his CV again, and the monster's on his truck.
Oh yeah. This is
old. I want a fucking sequel, man.
No, what gets me about that though, seriously, when I was 5 years old, I saw Big Trouble for the first time. I remember seeing it for the first time because that's honestly how I knew I was straight. I see Kim Cattrall and I was all like, dun dun dun, with my heart, And I just love the fucking movie. And the more I've watched it, the older I get, more jokes I get. It's not just like crazy dudes fucking fighting each other, guys who can fly, shoot lightnings out their hands.
No, there's so many one-liners that later on you pick up. Like, yeah, they're, you know what I mean? Like one of my favorite parts, I don't know why, but is when he comes in wearing the suit and the glasses. And that's supposed to be his disguise. And it's just like he's trying to, it's so Clark Kent, It's so fucking, well, I'm going to act like an insurance agent or whatever. And I'm going to go in there and it's just like, I don't know, dude. you can't take him seriously, but at the same time, he's risking his life just like everybody else. It's such a great movie.
I just so love it
And
when he pulls out the switchblade and just goes, fuck it. Like,
fuck it.
or when he's fighting that guy at the end, or he's fighting Lopan at the end, and Lopan throws the knife and he catches it and just reverse Unos it right back at him and just fucking hits him in the head and takes him out. And then the other dude just goes crazy and blows up and shit. Like fucking, just like the ending of that movie is awesome. The effects were great. I mean, they hold up for a low
They still
budget.
hold up. Yeah, they do. Practical effects do.
It's
you
like
know?
watching Escape from New York, right? Escape from New York, it's in 4K, looks amazing, even though this film came out in 1981. And it's like the low budget. Like I think it was like a $9 million movie.
It's my. I know The Thing, guys. I know The Thing is the masterpiece. Okay, but my favorite Carpenter movie is always going to be Escape from New York.
I'm going to say this. I know The Thing is one of my all-time favorite films. It's truly in my top 10. Like it's up there. But I'm going to say my favorite Carpenter movie is Big Trouble. It's just, for one, I mean, as much as I love The Thing, all right, like, you know, you've just got Son of a Bitch Must Die.
Yeah,
okay,
and then after that,
it's all in the reflexes, right? Like it's
all in the reflexes.
It's all in the reflexes.
It would be hard to pick a favorite Carpenter movie because there's some of them that are like really like fuck, you know what I mean? Like Christine. I fucking love Christine. That's my favorite horror movie of all time.
It's a good that one. No, that one I actually haven't seen. You know which one? You know which one of his I like that I know it's a piece of shit and I know no one likes it, but I'm gonna defend it anyway. Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
Yeah, that is
like,
so
now,
out of his wheelhouse. I never understood.
He got
I've never watched it. It's the one I've never watched.
Yeah, like because he did that. Sam Neill was the bad guy in that movie.
Rest in peace. He just died, yesterday?
Yeah, well, what it was, John Carpenter put out a statement about it. It was a real nice statement. And he says that, like, he goes, you know, me and Sam, we made 2 movies together, right? And I'm looking in the comments, and this one guy just goes, wait, I only know about In the Mouth of Madness. What was the other one? And I'm like, yeah, okay. If you didn't know In the Mouth of Madness, or if you only knew In the Mouth of Madness, I don't blame you. That's a classic seminal 90s horror film. You know, but it's like the Memoirs of an Invisible Man. I've watched that movie a bunch, man. I love that movie.
I heard it's good. It's just I've never watched it. People have said it's okay, Chris.
It's like really cynical Chevy Chase, like he's narrating it, right? In many ways, and like Daryl Hannah's in it, and she's good, you know. And then you got Sam Neill as the I think the CIA agent or the government agent that's trying to track him down. And it's, you know, like, it's kind of like, it's like a couple of years later, they did, Paul Verhoeven did Hollow Man.
I really enjoyed that. That's a great movie.
And that movie is like a really fucked up take, right? Because like, you know, Kevin Bacon rapes Rona Mitra, and that's still a weird scene. But like,
that's right, he does, man.
But it's kind of like in the Memoirs of an Invisible Man, it's just like Chevy Chase is just like a dick. He's like his normal dickish self, you know, maybe not so much like Fletch, but like Fletch without the intelligence.
Yeah, Rona Mitra, man, that's
that
dude.
Yeah, dude. Here's one. I'll just throw this one out there. I'm sure you've seen it, but Doomsday.
It's my favorite Rona Mitra movie. It's my favorite one.
Yeah, Neil Marshall was cooking with that movie, dude.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
That movie doesn't get as much love, in my opinion. I think
it doesn't.
Neil Marshall is he did Dog Soldiers.
Isn't Anthony in that one? Not Anthony Perkins.
No, Malcolm McDowell. Because Malcolm.
Malcolm McDowell. Yeah, he's the dad.
In, like, castle. Yeah, he was like living in the castle back in, and I love that they had like post-apocalyptic, right? Like zombie horde post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, no, I loved it. The part where they're in the vehicles and the cameras are panning. And then it's a true jump scare. It's a true jump scare. Me and Rusty both jumped when the camera pans and there's just that crazy girl looking in the camera. We jumped.
I think that just hit 4K as well. That one I saw in theaters. I like went out to the theater to go see with some friends. We all fucking loved it, you know. And that's the thing I kind of miss about back in the day is just like that random, like, hey, let's go see a random flick. That looks interesting and find time to go do it. Now the younger kids these days, you know, there was a whole thing today in I think it was a Hollywood Reporter talking about, maybe it was Variety talking about no it was Variety about like, you know, where the audiences are, right? Because if you look at like Mandalorian,
I watched your stream about that in the hospital where you're talking about Gen Z does have a place in theaters, But you gotta find. I remember that whole conversation
Yeah,
we were
you
having.
can't have like. I mean, have you watched Masters of the Universe yet?
Yes,
What do you think of it?
I loved it.
Right.
But I'm an idiot kid who grew up on the cartoon.
Yeah, no, but dude,
but I marked out every time Battle Cat. Like every time I marked out.
like the one time we got Battle Cat, but still, it was like he was largely removed from the film. But I think I get why. But what gets me though, no, like in the beginning of the movie, like when Skeletor's troops are attacking, and then like you've got Duncan Man at Arms, and like the fucking gun comes out of his leg like fucking RoboCop.
Yeah.
And he's just fucking everybody up, right? And then like obviously, the big fight scene at the end, we got Ram Man, Mechanic, right? All those guys. And I love the way that they described how they got their names, right? Like
they actually gave them some backstory, which you never got in the cartoons, man.
No, it was if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. It's literally Masters of the Universe is right now my favorite movie I've seen so far.
I would have cast someone different. She did good.
Oh, it's Tila?
Evelyn.
Oh yeah, okay. I mean, I liked Allison Brie. She kind of had that kind of what is it? Those who don't fight but run away live to fight another day. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like there's an
I liked how they had her be the one, like the only one that could like really reel Skeletor in when he was losing his shit. She was kind of like the voice of reason.
But she also loved the fact that he was maniacal. Like that got her out.
Yeah, that's what put her over for me. But I still would have cast somebody different, I think.
I mean, like I think Lena Headey, she voiced Evelyn in the Kevin Smith show. She would have been good. But she's also too tall and maybe too old. I don't know. Lena Headey would have been good.
Lena Headey will never be too old for anything. Stop it.
No, I'm not. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, she could be here. I don't give a fuck. She's a little older than me, but
Anyway, what is all this? I know we're getting sidetracked. What? Okay, EO, bro.
Yeah, right. Okay, let me show you this, and you know nothing about it, and then I'm getting the super chats after. It's only 2-minute long trailer.
Yeah, because your boys are dropping you fun.
I know. They've been really good. We're just on a roll, and I like it when we're on a roll, and we can just kind of keep moving on that one. Okay, so this is Captain EO, the trailer, and I can't believe you don't know what the fuck this is, but I ain't gonna spoil shit. All right, let me just make sure everything's good.
Okay. Yeah, it's a Disney movie. Like, this so has a never-ending story vibe to it.
Not necessarily never-ending story. You will see what the influences are here very soon. But it's very 1980s.
The cosmos, a universe of good and evil, where a small group struggles to bring freedom to the countless worlds of despair. A ragtag band, led by the infamous Captain EO.
Oh my God, it's Michael? Message to you. Pardon me.
So look at this.
Oh, I know the song. I can't believe
you know the song, but look at the top here. George Lucas,
Frank Coppola,
Francis Ford Coppola.
And Michael Jackson.
Jackson. So George Lucas produced, Francis Ford Coppola directed, Michael Jackson and Captain EO. It's like a 17-minute long thing. And
so it's out there.
Oh, it's out there. Yeah. Here, this is the
Because the one that he did, Annie, are you okay? Remember at the end he turned into a transformer?
That one's kind of weird. Yeah, the Smooth
Yeah,
Criminal.
and fucking Joe Pesci had all the spiders and shit. That was a fucking weird one, man.
So this is I will send you a link to this. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but this is
No, but I will definitely watch it. I didn't even know that was a real. I had no idea. I knew nothing about Captain EO. Nothing, man.
look here. Like you got directed by Francis Ford Coppola. All right, like look at screenplay by George Lucas, Rusty Limerande, Francis Coppola. All right, but look at like the stars in the background. Give this a blue hue, and what end credit sequence is this? You know, it's fucking Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking Star Wars. Now, so this movie, the 17-minute movie, was available in 3D at Disneyland in the 1980s. And I forget the name of the venue where they're playing it now. They brought it back. Also, Angelica Houston is the bad guy.
She's when I was a kid, I was into older women, and Angelica was like one of them, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah,
Huh.
you're talking like pre-trans. You're talking like Morticia Adams. James Horner did the fucking music, by the way. James Horner's, choreography by Jackson. I mean, like, dude, they fucking did this movie. I will send you a link. Captain EO it's definitely dated. Don't get me wrong, but that's
awesome. All right, man. We got Muppets and shit, bro. Like, I'm surprised you didn't see Jim Henson's name in there somewhere.
No, Jim Henson worked on the I believe Jim Henson. Well, I don't know if Jim Henson worked on it. It was but the characters are all very Star Wars and Rick Baker, Fuzzball Effects by Rick Baker. That's a big name.
Yeah, I got it too. I just put it in
Minor Domo, constructed and co-designed by Lance Anderson. And dude, Tony Cox. You know who Tony Cox is?
No.
Do you ever see Bad Santa?
Yeah.
He was the little person, the black guy.
Oh, I love that dude. That dude's funny as shit.
He's Hooter. He's fucking Hooter.
I mean, funny as shit, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking also Me, Myself, and Irene too. He was the dad in that one. This movie is great. It's they've uploaded it to like 4K on YouTube and shit.
He said, why, man? Why? Like, I understand killing me. I get that part. But why do you guys always steal such dumb shit? Bad Santa.
Yeah, this is just like, dude, it's so Star Wars coded. It is.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, I don't want a fucking sandwich. What is it again? Fucking sandwiches.
Oh yeah,
that's a classic.
Michael also something like this with Ghosts. I don't know if he did with Ghosts. I know he did some shit with when he was doing the claymation stuff with the Black and White album.
Because that's Moonwalker, that's what it was.
Oh, Moonwalker was solid, dude. I remember going to the arcade and playing the Moonwalker game. You could do the.
It was fun. You were like Michael. It was like a side scroller. It was dope as shit, bro. It was like kung fu, but like he was in his white suit and shit, and like, yeah, man. There wasn't. I watch a lot of reaction videos, man, because I'd love to see the young kids from today seeing our music for the first time, the Gen X music, and one of them was Dirty Diana, and I forgot how good his voice was on that and how good that guitar player chick was. Like Dirty Diana, man, Michael, there'll never be another one, man. Ever.
No, man. Like that's the thing is like Michael Jackson, the movie, Michael hit 1 billion finally. I thought it would have done it a little bit faster, but it still just kind of was crazy to think about. All right, let me get to some of these. Yeah, okay, Spherical Man, I see that. I'm gonna want. It's Lopan Gangnam Style. I was here. I'll just check this out. This is, and I do need to answer some supers because you guys have been like really fucking generous. All right, here. This is Lopan Gangnam Style.
Boom, Gangnam Style. Wasn't that like the first like big one? He's dressed like that kid from The Last Dragon.
Well, also
Show enough.
Shit. Well, also the Lopan guys.
David Lopan style.
Who is David Lopan?
Lopan, that guy from fucking Big Trouble.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, but the Mortal Kombat didn't steal from this.
And maybe it did. But they probably altered enough to get away from it, unlike Lockdown.
Right?
David Lopan style.
That's really good. There's even a fucking katana in there, man.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express. First you're this basket case on wheels, now you're an 8 feet tall maniac. I don't want any trouble, big or small, Dave. I just want my truck back. When crazies like you ask me if I paid my dues, have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir, the check is in the mail.
Oh, yeah,
Oh well, they got the they got the real one. They got the real actor to do a cameo. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's fucking James Holland.
This is excellent.
This is fantastic. Yeah.
The pearls, bro. I don't want to get too deep into my fetishes, but pearls is one of them.
David Lopan style. Lopan style. David Lopan style. Need love in your arm, I'm a shove. Then maybe, baby, we can prove that I am flesh and blood. 16 went bad, connection you shouldn't have. I drink your passive magic potions and it made me gag. And take a shot.
I bet you none of those girls had seen this movie.
That's funny to me thinking that. And as I was just looking at this, I was wondering to myself, because I was looking at the girl in the tank top. I wonder, could you remake this without offending anybody? Could you do a reboot or a remake?
I all I want is there's a comic book, right? There's a comic book called Old Man Burton. And it takes place, this is a couple of years back that the comic came out. And the idea that, Jack Burton's old and he's like fighting against demons and shit. Like that, I would check that out.
Yeah, I would check that out. One of my favorite comics of all time is Old Man Wolverine.
But like, you can't fucking like remake. Like The Rock was going to remake that. That was years ago. It was rumored that Dwayne Johnson was in the process of trying to get Big Trouble and Little China reboot off the ground with him taking on the Jack Burton role. And I'm like, bro, what do you doing?
Yeah, I used to love The Rock. Now I can't stand the motherfucker.
No, Shifty, it wasn't a sequel. It was a fucking remake. Yeah, no, Spherical Man, I really enjoyed that. And
I'm definitely gonna find that comic. I knew that History of Violence is based off a graphic novel, but I've never read it. But I can read it digitally. Brucey gave me a link. You know what I'm saying? Where you can get any. Yeah. So I'm gonna check that out because I do love that movie. Now read your super chat, you ungrateful motherfucker.
I know. I'm just such a cunt.
I wasn't gonna go that far, Matty. Shit.
Well, no, because Gaeliot Productions here like an hour ago, like dropped the super right off the bat, but you came on in or went to count. I appreciate you. Thank you, Gaeliot. It says, no joke, I'm deeply excited for the J.J. Abrams movie and also Fight Me Bruh. So the J.J. Abrams movie is what they're delaying the Batman Part 2 for. All right, so the Batman Part 2 got delayed until February of 2028, right? But we got this check this out. Have you seen the screen test yet for what they showed us today for the Batman Part 2?
I just heard they were setting it back for another year.
All right, check this out. It's only 37 seconds. Spherical Man will hate it, but I'm gonna play it. And there we go. That's what they gave us.
I
today.
dig the logo. I don't really care too much for the slow turn. The music's great though. I'll tell you that.
It's not as iconic as the music that we got in the reveal back in like 2020. You know, when they were doing when they were showing
dun dun dun. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, done. And it sounds like, and it sounded very like Imperial March kind of, with like some 80s grunge and shit. I mean, Michael Giacchino is doing the score again, and so I definitely have faith in that one 100%. So I'm excited for the Batman Part 2. Obviously, it's going to make more money
First
than
Batman movie I've ever watched, even over the Nolan ones. There's been so many Batmobiles throughout my life. I've collected them all. I've got every single one of them. But the first time I ever thought like the Batmobile was an actual character in the movie, that it was like scary, was the Batman. Not my favorite Batmobile. The Tumbler will always be my favorite Batmobile, but that something about the way they use that car in the scene where the penguin and it just it was scary. And then the chase on the freeway, it was the first time in any Batman movie where I felt like the car had become atmospherical, so much so that it was a character.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. It was see, the thing is, I really love the Batman Part 1. And I think the Penguin only made the universe more interesting overall,
Great show. I really hope we get a season 2.
I think, I don't know. See, everything is taking so long. And I think that's a big problem, is that obviously there's been some stuff going on with Matt Reeves in his personal life that's been alluded to. We don't know what it is. Some have said that it's like a divorce. Others have said that it's like a child getting sick. I don't know. I don't really want to speculate. Those are just what I've heard through the grapevine. Either way, both are very valid reasons to take your time. It's kind of like Stranger Things season 5 is one of the Duffer brothers was married to a filmmaker. She was a screenwriter, and she did the Fear Street trilogy. She wrote and directed those movies for Netflix.
Oh, those were actually really good, where they went back in time and stuff.
Yeah, those ones were really well received.
Yeah.
And so there's a theory that she was helping work on the screenplays for Stranger Things for the first couple seasons. And then she divorced her husband, one of the Duffer brothers, before they began working on season 5. And it's possible that might have cut in. Not only was he losing, like a collaborative partner, and also his wife.
Well, he's losing his wife, dude.
It's going to throw you off a little bit. And some people,
it fucks with your head. But I don't think people understand. Divorce hurts.
No. I'm not even in any way fucking like knocking this guy, right? I feel the show did what it needed to do. I enjoyed it. For what it was, I think it nailed the landing, but yeah, I could have probably been a little bit better. The biggest problem with Stranger Things is that they refuse to kill off characters. And instead of killing off the characters, they just added them to the list. And so by the end of the show, you've got like all of these characters that all need a hero moment. And because they all need the hero moment.
Well, wait a minute. Wasn't Maxine dead for real? She just came back astral projection.
No. They brought her back.
They brought her back, huh?
Yeah, she came back. I mean, what is it? Joseph Quinn's character, fucking died, right? But like that, the one character everyone really loved from season 4, like he died. And everything.
Oh,
then,
Eddie. Yeah, everybody
Eddie Munson.
Eddie.
Yeah, and Eddie Munson was great. He was great. Honestly, one of the better points.
Yeah. No, I got the Hellfire Club baseball tee. I got the Hellfire Club poster and hoodie.
I got the hat.
That's
got
how
the
much
hat.
I love that character, bro.
Yeah, man. I went to Hot Topic and they had the hat for like $17, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy it.
Yeah, my friend Maverick, I was telling you about, Vox Machina, the D&D guy. He got me the poster for Christmas one year, a hoodie, and then a baseball tee. And I don't know if you guys dig baseball tees, but baseball tees are the shit. They're the ones that are like almost short sleeves, but not. You know what a baseball tee is, right, Maddie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking love them, and you can't really find them with what you want on them very often. Like I found one with Michael Myers on it. I thought that was pretty cool. I got a small collection of baseball tees, and yeah, they did kill him off, man. And every once in a while, I think a movie does that, and they go, "Oops, we fucked up." I can name 2 right off the top of my head: Han from the Fast and Furious movies, because they kept bringing him back. Like we got to make it. They love this fucking guy, and Darth Maul. I think Lucas.
Well, I think the popularity of those characters superseded their necessity at the time. So what I mean by that is like they killed off Han in 2006 with the 3rd Fast and Furious movie, and then they brought him back in Fast what was it? Fast 5.
They brought him back in Fast 5, and then he was
that didn't come out.
6.
He was in.
They finally killed him off in like 7, or they cut him off in 7.
Yeah.
And but then you find out later on, Jason Statham's like an undercover secret agent. He's really a good guy. He's not a bad guy. And
that was such a weird thing. That was such a weird, like,
his brother, he had to let Han live. Then they bring Han back.
I know.
It's so convoluted, but so good. It's one of my guilty pleasures, man.
I'm right there. I'm literally right there with you, man. I will say this. I love all the Fast and Furious movies. I think the weakest one though is number 9.
Yeah, 9 is the weakest. I love 10.
9 is the most self-aware.
Yeah, I love 10 because just, this motherfucker jumps down a Hoover Dam in his fucking Dodge. And like, dude, Jason Momoa is just chewing the scenery. Like the last time I saw someone chewing the scenery that much, it was the original fucking Jack Nicholson Joker. You know what I mean? Like you could just tell Momoa was having a fucking blast, which is why
like the scene in the backyard with the 2 dead guards.
The 2 dead guards, and he's painting his fingernails. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, it's super fucking weird.
It's so fucking weird, man. That's why I'm wondering. I haven't seen Supergirl yet. I'm not gonna hate. I don't like everybody else. I'm gonna give it a chance.
No, it's
but
not.
I hear he doesn't have very much time in it at all.
No,
we don't get a lot of Lobo.
He's only in a couple scenes, and he's basically just kind of playing himself. So that's really about it. And no, but he's fine. I think Supergirl is better than a lot of the chuds are giving it credit for.
Yeah, fuck them, but they hate everything. They hate everything. They do. They hate everything. That they do. They hate everything, but they know when to shut the fuck up and put a disclaimer in. They're like, they're all talking shit, mad shit about Odyssey, but they're also saying, but it's probably going to make $1 billion. People are going to come out and see this movie, especially normies. Normies don't give a fuck about Ellen Page becoming Elliot Page or a black Helena Troy. They don't give a fuck. All I can say is, guys, this is a different Matt Damon. I don't want to spoil the movie for anybody. I've already seen it.
Well, here's the thing with that. I think the movie's going to do fine. I am going to push back though on the normies. The normies are not, as of right now, from what I can gather, and I've been looking at several different theaters across several different markets and several different locations for the Thursday and Friday shows, and the non-IMAX is very empty.
So people aren't coming out to see a Nolan. It's a Nolan movie.
Hold up. But then I went looking on Saturday, and Saturday we're seeing more and more tickets being sold. So my theory is that what we're going to see is we're going to end up seeing probably something along the lines of the reports coming out of a soft opening tomorrow and and maybe Friday. Right, like they're going to show like, oh, IMAX large premium formats; those are doing well, but standard.
I think word of mouth is going to be. Remember the first Avatar? It didn't have strong, and then word of mouth, and it just kept going.
Well, it had no. But that movie, what did it? That was James Cameron opening up over the holiday break, though. right? Like that was opening up the week before Christmas.
I just remember word of mouth being like kind of what brought that one. People are like, no, it's not just a movie, and it's an experience. And I think that's what's going to happen here with the Odyssey.
Well, it opened to 77 million in the US and Canada, and then approximately 242 million worldwide.
Okay, in 2009, that's still a pretty good chunk of change, man.
I mean,
so yeah, I guess
I don't, you know me, I don't ever adjust for inflation, but you know, yeah, that was pretty good. And then it went on from there because it had the 2-week holiday break, and that really just word of mouth was really big. Now, the thing is, though, is that movie was PG-13, so families could go and see that movie. This movie is rated R.
Oh, that's
right.
right.
Not to say that, you know, parents won't take like their teens that are like
Deadpool. Perfect example.
Yeah, that did really well, and that had a lot of underage. You know, Obsession, same kind of thing. A lot of the younger people, I think, went to go see it illegally. Not illegally, because
is it good, guys?
Is Obsession good?
Yeah,
very good.
Because my daughter and her roommate Ava won't leave me alone about it. And you guys remember Brodan, Troy? He won't shut the fuck up about it. You know, like people are like, Chris, it's Gen Z dating meets the monkey's paw, and I'm like, what, really?
Yeah, it's fine. There's some moments I really enjoy the discourse surrounding the movie, because there's like, I've read some fucking batshit insane theories about it, and I'll admit it's kind of like funny to watch people try to go like, well, this person was the villain, but no, really, that person was the villain. Well, maybe everyone's the villain.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of arguing back and forth and divisiveness. Not that they didn't like the movie, but on the actual subject material of the movie.
Yeah,
I've seen people arguing about it.
In many ways, a big part of it has a lot to do with like, you know, again, the idea of like unrequited love is kind of a big part of it. I think that fear of being rejected is a big part of it.
Well, I heard that a lot of people, also a lot of the feminists, had a problem. It's funny because those same feminists didn't give a fuck when Wonder Woman was raping somebody, but whatever. Like, they take away. I think it's. I'm old school. I think if you take away consent and free will, then that is a form of sexual assault. That's just me, you know? And I heard that happens in this movie.
Well, I see, but okay. So and I don't want to go full into it. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a full on discussion about it, because
no, wait till I watch it. Then we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like there's a thing in there where there's a smash cut to a scene that would make you think that way. Okay. There's a smash cut to a scene that would make you think that way. And then, but at the same time, looking at it through the main character's perspective, this is information that we don't know. This is information that he doesn't know. So it's like, you know, in his mind, again, it's a whole fucking thing. Now, I don't think anyone is clean in this movie. You know, but it shows you like, this is, I think, in many ways, a realistic look at a friend group.
Is there a character in the movie named Bear?
The main character is named Bear.
Okay. Do you think they did that on purpose? You know, like, who would you choose, the man or the bear, the meme?
Oh, that's a good one.
I wonder if they didn't. You know what I mean? Because a YouTuber made this movie.
No, fourth, the main character doesn't know. No, he's in denial. He's in denial, definitely. Okay. No, not at that point in the movie. Not at that point in the movie. All right. Like, up until that.
Look at all the arguing in the chat and then arguing with you. I gotta see this fucking movie. I'm watching that movie tonight.
That is the bad guy obsession. Yeah, I definitely fucking monkey pawed my way through that one. No, at that point in time in the movie, he might not be like, you got to look at it from his perspective. And I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm saying like they had one fucking argument. That was it. Couples end the honeymoon phase and they have one argument. And up until that point in time, he was under the belief that one thing was real, that maybe it wasn't, or maybe it was. Again, they leave it very ambiguous in many ways. But at that point in time, that was when everything after that started getting fucking freaky.
I'm going to go grab a zero sugar Coca-Cola, guys. Okay.
Okay, hold on, because I want to yell.
While you do your super chat, you got to get your super chats.
That's a spoiler too. So go get your thing and be back in like a minute. Okay. Okay, I think he's gone. Okay, listen up, guys. Here's the thing. From Bear's perspective, Bear did not know until after the restaurant incident. That's when Ian called him to talk about what Ian had discovered. But at that point in time, we, the audience, didn't know that Ian was doing that out of jealousy, not for Bear's fucking own good, for Bear's benefit. Bear had no way of knowing that the One Wish Willow was even a monkey's paw, because remember the whole thing where it was like she tricked him into believing that it was real. We just went through the whole montage of the honeymoon period. Bear had not made that phone call yet to the customer service line to basically find out what was going on. After that, Bear is not the good guy. And I'm not even saying that Bear is a good guy in that moment. I'm saying, like, in that smash cut from the restaurant to the bed, he's not looking at her. He's not looking at her. His face is planted in the pillow while he's trying not to bust a nut. Okay. And then we see her face.
Chewy's whining at the door. Let me take him outside to pee. I'll be right back.
So, okay. Right. That's what I'm talking about. Is like we did not know. The Bear's the perspective. The main character did not know at that moment. All right. It was like after that shit started getting freaky. Okay. That's when everything starts to unravel. But before the fucking restaurant scene, when she has that meltdown, everything was fine. Okay. The shit with the cat didn't happen until after that scene. Nothing else happened until that fucking scene. So that's the catalyst for moving us into the second act of the film. All right. No, he did not know. Fourth, he did not know, because he did not know what was going on. All right. Like, because even then he was confused. He was confused about that. He was like, hey, is this real? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, she goes to him when they go and she goes back to the place and she wants to fucking sleep in the bed with him and all that kind of stuff. And then she's kind of putting the moves on him and he's unsure and he doesn't know. And then she has that fucking freak out. So he stops. All right. Now, the thing with the cat, pulling the cat out and doing the cat memorial thing. Yeah, that was fucking weird. All right. And that's definitely a red flag. Okay. But at that point, she then goes to work. Everything is relatively normal. She gets a ride home with Ian. And then she goes to fucking Bear's house and she confesses that she likes him. All right. Saying that she's liked him since December and all that kind of shit. So she's saying during all that time, so in his mind, he's like, is this real? Is this not real? And she's confessing it like it's real. He has no reason to believe that the One Wish Willow actually fucking worked. He goes and he looks it up and it's like, this isn't real. This is some bullshit. Okay. He does not know. The audience, knowing the trailer, knowing the premise of the film, we know it's fucked up. But Bear as a character at that moment does not know it's fucked up. Yeah, but the sandwich scene comes after. All right. Is Bear a rapist just like Wonder Woman? Yes. Effectively, yes. At the end of the day, yes. Okay. Because we learn that the One Wish Willow does remove autonomy. So yes, in that moment, he is. In the afterward of it, yeah, he is. I'm not saying he's a good guy, but I'm saying in those moments, up until that moment, the way the movie telegraphs things, he does not know. And then he's afraid of losing it because he also doesn't know what to do. But we can have that discussion at another fucking date. So, it is what it is. And yeah, I'm going to get to the super chats. I'm getting to the super chats, you guys. I appreciate you. Okay. Ahsoka here for 5. Thank you. Recommend Chris some anime. Of course, you do this. You know what? When he comes back, I'll fucking give this. Okay. Wait. What's here? Science Saru stuff is good so far, especially the new Ghost in the Shell. Dan to Dan season 1 and 2 and hand off Izuken. I don't know what the fuck that is. All right. Thank you, though. Okay. Command Unit here says, did you play MGS4? Technically, it's a sequel to 5. No, I did not. I do want to. I'm waiting for them to to do, the remake of number 4. And so I can get it on the Xbox.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Command Unit here says MGS 5 is part of a larger story. So I understand the story isn't for everyone, especially newbies. Granted, it aims to confuse and create mystery for even fans. Yeah, the whole part about you not being Big Boss was a very interesting twist in MGS 5. But at the same time, like Konami, fucking dropped the ball on that fucking game, and it ends on a cliffhanger, like just ends. So yeah, that's the downside. But from a technical level, MGSV is great from just a technical achievement level. It's great. All right, 4th here. Thank you for tenor. Says Chris, read the History of Violence graphic novel. It starts off with his character as a kid. Him and his friends pull a kill ambush job on the mob and pay the price for decades.
Already looked it up, Fourth. Already looked it up. Already found it.
Dun 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 dun. Anyway. All right, thank you for that fourth.
Dun, 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 dun.
You're like, oh, that's the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song. Is it, or is it also The Rock?
Gladiator. Same Gladiator as well.
Yeah, and then also Drop Zone with Charlie Sheen from the night. I think that was the first iteration of that
Drop
theme song.
Zone was not Charlie Sheen, bro.
Yeah, no, Drop Zone was Charlie Sheen.
No, Drop Zone was Wesley Snipes.
No, oh yeah, you're right. It's is it Drop?
Maximum Velocity or some shit like it. Terminal Velocity.
No, it wasn't. No. It was it wasn't Terminal Velocity. It was something else. It wasn't Terminal Velocity because I've seen Terminal Velocity. Damn it, which movie is that? It was like it was
not a big Charlie Sheen guy, man.
It was a Charlie Sheen movie. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. Filmography for Charlie Sheen. Wow, he's 60 years old.
He's got tiger blood, man. He's gonna live forever.
Yeah.
That just proves, people, crack is good for you.
It can be if you use it.
You get out there and you smoke fucking much crack as you.
It's not. No, I'm not thinking of Beyond the Law.
Yeah, Winning. No, Beyond the Law was a good one. That's where he went undercover as a biker.
It might be Terminal Velocity. Let's see here. Who did the let's see, music by Joel McNeely. No. It was because he was a protege of Jerry Goldsmith. No. It was Hans Zimmer.
How the fuck do you know this shit, Maddie?
I'm reading a thing here.
Oh, but how did you know he was a protege of Jerry Goldstein or whatever?
Because Goldsmith. God.
Okay, my bad. Whatever.
Because I'm on Wikipedia and I hover.
The Jewish name is a Jewish name. Okay.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Jesus Christ.
That came out very racist, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, that sounds very racist.
Yeah, that came out
Joel
very racist. I didn't mean it that way.
There's a thing here that says music by Joel McNeely, and I can hover over it and it pops up and it gives me a little summary of who this guy is. So that's how I knew that. It wasn't like I fucking, whatever, man. Whatever, dude.
I added you, Mo, by the way. Or I think I sent a request. Don't test me, though, bro. Don't test my skills. You come at me on Gran Turismo, you're fucked. I'm just letting you know.
I mean, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing with Mo is, he's got a lot of free time. So
I'm going to have a lot of free time. You're talking about wanting to put me in. Well, it doesn't matter. It's too depressing to talk about. I'm not a lazy person. I've worked my whole life. I've loved working, especially tattooing. Tattooing was my one true passion. Now they're saying that because of all the shit happening to me, I couldn't get hired anywhere because of something called OSHA. You guys know what OSHA is, right? Yeah, anyway, so they're talking about put me on disability, man.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I don't be on fucking disability. I'll make that much money on 3 tattoos in one day.
Now, are you are you working right now?
No, they won't let me because of my foot. And now my back. They literally won't let me. They keep saying your job's waiting for you, Chris. We love you, but you gotta clear. You gotta pass it. Medical exam, and the doctors won't let me do it. Not yet.
Crazy.
But I'm fighting.
So how are you getting money then?
I had a little bit of leftover savings, and I can still tattoo. But I use my big magnifying glass. I make a little money. Plus, I got my best friend is my boss. He's been my friend for 40 years. So I'm just lucky. I got a good support structure, man. I keep telling people I do feel truly blessed, man. I got a support structure out here in the real world, and then I got you guys.
Oh, no, it was Drop Zone. It was Drop Zone. Sorry, it was Drop Zone, just not Charlie Sheen.
Ha!
All right.
But we're both right. I love it when that happens.
Okay, so yeah. It was he did the music for Drop Zone, and I think Drop Zone has the same Pirates of the Caribbean, like the first iteration of it, and then he did
Drop Zone's a really fun movie, man. I love what's her face in it. She was Witchblade for a while. Yancey Butler.
Oh yeah.
I loved her in that. I love her in everything, man.
Yeah, she was good.
Never really understood Witchblade very much. That was a little bit.
That was a weird show.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's see here. What's his name? Okay, hold on. It was Pirates. Okay, Hans Zimmer, Pirates, theme song reused. Let's see.
I know it was in Gladiator. They might have changed one note, but when they're in the arena, dun 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 dun, same as Pirates of the Caribbean. And I can't remember which one came first. Gladiator came first, yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, because it came out a couple years. Okay, so this is Parallax wants to leave a comment. Okay, fine. Yeah. DM me a comment or whatever, and I'll read the comment. Sorry, by the way, I'm not trying to ignore you, H parts. Okay, so here, this is just the this is short, kind of comparing it. If I could find which tab I'm on, there we go.
Yeah, that's Pirates.
No, that's Gladiator.
That is Gladiator. Yeah, I always thought they were the same. Dun, dun, dun. That's a great score, though, Maddie, is it not? That is a great score, bro.
Oh no, it's a great score. The whole thing is amazing. He does good work, but it's almost like he's plagiarizing his own work. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
he's just changing a little bit, and then not everybody can be John Williams, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, John Williams, you can kind of, you can easily meld the Superman theme song into the Star Wars fanfare.
Yeah, that would be pretty. That'd be a pretty cool mashup, huh?
You really could do it. It's really, it really flows together. John Williams also does very similar things in that regard. Okay, yeah. H bars. I don't know if you're gonna send me that on Twitter or what, where you want me to read that off, but just tell me.
What is psychoparesis? What is that, Eric? You're out of antibiotics? Get your fucking ass to the hospital.
Or cyclo. Is that's not the shit diarrhea, the shit lettuce, is it? Is that what that is?
Well, it's already in the comments.
You want me to go back? Dude, there's like hundreds comments, man. Fuck. Like legitimately, I gotta like go through and fucking.
Who's the chick on the? I just messaged him the other day.
Oh wait, hold on. Is this it right here? I'm a toxic fan, and the DCU needs to end because it has no real fucking direction, dude. Okay, hold on. And then gun jammed. Okay, for one, I don't know if this is actually Parallax or not that's saying this, and then two, if you are the one that's really saying this, what the fuck happened? Like, how did you get cucked? What happened?
Because I thought Parallax was like a big DC guy.
Oh yeah, huge. Right? I mean, like, has James Gunn pillows and shit. It's crazy. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let me catch up on the fucking supers here. All right, thank you for that one. All right, so this is for 5. Says John Carpenter said he liked Sam Neill, but he hated working with Chevy Chase. Even today, John Carpenter has nothing good to say about Chevy Chase. To be fair, no one has anything.
No one has anything. Yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair, no one has anything good to say about that guy.
Go and watch both Fletch movies. You can watch
He's fucking funny. He fucking is, bro.
You can watch Cops and Robertsons. That was a funny one.
Here's a deep cut. Maybe none of you've ever seen. Deal of the Century with Gregory Hines and Chevy Chase.
That one I haven't seen. Did you ever see the Gregory Hines Vincent D'Onofrio movie? It's God, what the fuck's it called? Hold on. It came out in the late 90s. It was it came out because Gregory Hines passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah. I remember him in White Knights. That was a great movie. Cold War, about dancing. I didn't think I would like it. I was a young kid. I was like, this shit. And when you're a kid, you could say that when I was a kid, like, this shit looks gay. I'm not watching this. And then I loved it. It was so fucking good. It had Baryshnikov and Gregory Hines, and dude, it was dope as fuck.
Here, check this out. It's a movie called Good Luck. This actually was shot in like Southern Oregon, and I saw a sneak preview of this movie back when it came out in 1996. I was only 14 and I was able to get to a sneak preview of this film.
Meet Ole and Lemley.
Look, just do it, okay? Just shut up and do it.
Hey, don't tell me to shut up.
They're real good pals.
Oh, I have seen this. One's blind, one's
Couldn't walk.
they do a boat ride. They go on a boat jam.
No!
The other couldn't see.
You can either
Right,
listen to
they
me,
do-
somebody
they-
who understands how to play
Don't
this
they do
game,
a boat
or you can
thing?
listen to this guy
Maddie?
with a clock on his hat.
You have a clock on your hat?
Damn straight.
They
One
do
hated
whitewater
his job.
rafting
Can
or
you turn
something.
that down a little bit, please?
Yeah, I've seen this.
The
This
other
is a good
hated
movie.
his life.
He was a football player. He got hit the wrong way and went blind.
One had trouble finding a date.
You know how many times I've had sex since my accident? 5 times. That's 5 times in nearly 8 years. It's like 0.625 per year.
The other had trouble seeing his.
What does she look like?
She has like a space between her teeth, which is not a bad thing.
So they did the only sensible thing. They went whitewater rafting.
Yeah, this was a great movie. I always wondered what this was called.
Good luck.
Cripples and blind men don't enter raft races.
Gregory Hines,
Feel your heart. Huh? Huh? This is what it's all about, man.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Do you remember the Donner Party?
Good luck.
Was this Gregory's last movie?
No.
I haven't felt this good.
Also starring Max Gale and James Earl Jones.
Yeah, no, it was a good movie, and I love the ending because it goes, they made it, but they finished dead last. But everybody applauded them because they actually made it. A blind guy and a crippled guy. Yeah,
Isn't it based on a
great
true story?
movie.
It's based on. Is it based on?
I don't know. I don't know, but now that you told me it was filmed in Oregon, you get to see all the cool shit, man. You get to go see the where they escaped, the Goonies and Mob Fratelli and shit. Fuck you.
I mean, well, I happened to grow up next to fucking, like I happened to grow up, in Oregon, not too far away. And it's not
I lived in Kirkland, which is basically Seattle. Let me tell you something. You live in probably, with the exception of Montana, you live in the most beautiful part of our country, without a doubt. Oregon and Washington are. Idaho's great too, but that whole Northwest is just gorgeous. But like, there's something about Oregon and Washington. It's just, I can see why they film a lot there.
Have you ever seen this movie? This is directed by Jake Gyllenhaal's dad. It's called Homegrown. Look at the cast of this fucking movie, by the way, just when it wants to play.
The #1 cash crop in America isn't wheat, isn't soybeans,
Weed.
and will cause the following effects on you and your friends.
Yo, I don't know whether I'm sitting down or standing up. Sitting. All right. How do I stand?
Sudden, violent, uncontrollable laughter.
Are you gonna be all right?
Total inability to direct thoughts.
I'm not. Would you talk? Good morning. Is anybody awake yet?
And often ending
John Lithgow? No shit.
hallucinations.
Exactly. All right. Exactly. Are you going nuts or something?
Billy Bob?
Yep. You're such amateurs.
It's what our nation
That was
fears.
Bon Jovi.
That's the smell of money, my boy.
It's what California voters call medicine.
That's a huge statement. You know what I mean?
And if these guys could just stay focused,
Your head is hollow, and yet you walk around and you say things. Hey, Mr. Horse.
they might get very, very rich.
I would watch this.
Delivery? Cross my heart.
Ted Danson? Yeah, I would watch this, Maddie, in a heartbeat.
is winning good at it, boy. And you guys are pathetic.
You're real clear-headed, huh?
Yeah.
You know, the only one I don't recognize is the guy with the mustache.
Presents
Hank Azaria.
Breathing too deep.
Hank Azaria?
Bob Thornton, Hank Azaria, Kelly Lynch, John Bon Jovi, Ryan Phillippe, Judge Reinhold, John Tenney, Ted Danson, with John Lithgow and Jamie Lee Curtis.
I just think we should stop and think about this.
I have thought about it, and I agree with myself.
What do you mean?
Homegrown.
Not bad.
I would definitely watch that, but it's a little bit whatever you want to call it. They're embellishing. I've
It's a
smoked
bit
almost
dated. It's a bit
no,
dated. Maybe?
they embellish. I've never had any weed. People look for weed that does what these guys are pretending the weed does to them.
Well, yeah, in this movie though, they are they are like they are pot dealers, and they end up seeing their boss gets killed, right? And so they're just growers. They're not dealers. They're just growers in Northern California, and their boss gets gunned down. So then they're trying to figure out like what the fuck to do with the weed that they've got, as well as trying to stay alive. And so it's just like, everything just keeps escalating.
I would watch it just because of the cast. Did you see that fucking cast? I would watch it in a heartbeat.
I did see that. Dude, I saw this movie when I was working at Hollywood Video. We had this movie pop in, and I brought it home, and I've watched it a couple times. In fact, here.
It's got an indie film vibe to it. Is it an indie film?
Yeah. It is okay. So I'm dropping the link in the chat for people. I'll send it to you DM on Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
So,
I'll definitely watch that, bro.
I don't know how the quality is. It's just the full uncut movie is what they're saying. But it's on Shout Studios. It's on the official Shout Studios account, and the whole thing, the whole thing's in fucking 1080p.
It sure the fuck is, bro. Yeah, I'm scrolling to it.
And
Kelly was so young, bro. She was so young. Like twins young. Remember twins? Like she was young, man. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check this one out.
It's a good movie. It's a really funny movie. One that popped up the other day that I saw on one of the websites that I like to, frequent. I need to get my hands on it. This is a really fun little movie. It's called Popcorn, right? It's like a, it's
me, bro. If it's an indie film, I'm in, bro. I love indie.
It's an indie film. Well, here, I'll just play the trailer.
How can a girl like that be going out with a guy like him? I mean, she's fit, and he's not.
Maybe he has a very large cock.
I think I'm in love.
Yeah, but this one's real.
Oh, it's a UK film.
Might actually have to talk to her.
I think I have a plan. Welcome to Movie World.
Maddie, some of the best indie films I've ever seen come out of the UK.
Oh yeah, I'm Zach, one of the projectionists. Jeannie. Most of Jeannie.
I don't find myself mentally challenged by this job, but I'd like to be mentally challenged.
And then there's Katerine.
There may be 3 holes, you only get to use 2.
I'm already in love with her.
Suki.
Danny.
Suki.
Suck my dick, you dirty whore.
Well, he clearly needs a plan B. I'm already on plan B. Plan C then?
You want the girl. I can get you the girl.
Because perfect movie moments do exist in real life.
She's electric, honey, and polka dots, and she don't stop humming.
Yo, tonight's for the night, Maddie. You got me. I got my post-its out, and I'm writing down the names of all these movies.
Girl C, right boy A. So, all you have to do is position Suki as girl C. Understand?
No.
How are we doing with plan B? Does this plan have a name?
Plan E. For emergency.
You've never kissed a girl before?
Of course I've kissed a girl before. Once. Just not very well. Maybe you need a plan.
Do you want to play doctor?
So did they work at a movie theater?
Yeah. So the story is that the guy.
I don't understand. Do you like men or hate men?
I hate men, but I like cock. That's a problem.
I'm watching this fucking movie.
So I did not know that it's up on Tubi. So I saw it listed as a list of movies that had popped up on this website, and I was like, "Oh fuck, dude!" Because I saw this. I downloaded this when it came out back in 2007. Like
I got my post-its out, bro. I got Captain EO, Obsession, Homegrown, Good Luck, Popcorn.
Dude, Popcorn is fucking lit. This movie's really funny. It has that total fucking like early 2000s indie vibe, right? This guy,
that's the late 90s and early 2000s is my mid 90s was the best time for indie films, but it lasted till a good 2003, and then they killed it off.
Well,
But
yeah, this one is more like whoever directed this movie is very much going like, I like Kevin Smith movies, and like this is my Clerks. Effective.
That's but it's a movie theater instead. I love that. That's exactly how I would.
That's well, I saw this when I was in film school and I was managing the theater, and I kind of fell in love with it and everything else, and it's kind of like going back and watching like it's like some movies that just don't get appreciated. Like one of the best films that is so relevant now but didn't get appreciated 25 years ago when it came out is Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, that we had I know all their names, but that was I did love Parker Posey's character. She was really fun. We can have tickle fights.
Tickle fights. Wait, what was that lisp? Nothing. The color of the day is orange.
I always felt that she was like the female, like, they called Leo a prodigy. Leonardo DiCaprio was considered a prodigy, right?
Yeah.
I always considered Parker Posey like the female Leon.
I mean, she never hit those heights though, but she did because she did, fucking Dazed and Confused, which is like, I don't know, man, like the quintessential early 90s stoner comedy.
Maybe my favorite fucking
that movie is my comfort film. I'm not gonna lie. When I got the 4K of it, I popped it in, and it starts off by playing fucking doom 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 doom.
Sweet Emotion. Yeah. And then the GTO Judge, just the cars alone made me watch the fucking movie. Matthew McConaughey was great. And then you put me up on the other one that guy made.
Oh, Suburbia? Or because Richard Linklater did Dazed and Confused. He also did
the college one where they were all in college.
Oh, Everybody Wants Some?
Everybody Wants Some. Great
that one
movie.
That one I haven't seen yet. But
Great movie, bro.
I hear it's a spiritual successor to Dazed and Confused.
It literally is. It's just 80s Dazed and Confused. It's great.
Because like Dazed and Confused, man, because that was one I was like 13 when I saw that. Maybe I was younger than that. Like my best friend's brother and his best friend, they brought the movie home. We all sat there and we all watched it, and it's just like, because they were 3 years older than us. So they would have been in high school. We would have been in middle school at the time. So
I was 19 when I saw it.
Okay.
19 or 20.
But the whole dynamic, you can kind of understand that, right? The middle schoolers going into high schoolers and the juniors becoming seniors, right? That whole dynamic of Austin, Texas in 1976.
Yeah, the bicentennial, all that shit. Yeah.
And so we're watching this and we're just like, holy fuck, dude. Like my buddy and I are like, wait, like we can go to parties, like meet girls and shit. Like what the fuck?
And my favorite part of that movie is like, because for me it was really like that. The seniors would bash the fuck out of us freshmen, but then they would take us out and get us drunk. You know what I mean? They'd take us to the parties. They'd get us laid. You know what I mean? They would take us on after.
That didn't have
some serious hazing, bro.
That was definitely after my time, because it was just because it was like back then it was just kind of, we were just kind of doing our own thing. But because my friend's brother, again 3 years older, like he would hang out with us and he'd buy us like tickets to go see R-rated movies. And like I think when Ginger Spice was in Playboy, like we were like, bro, you gotta go and you gotta
get us that Playboy.
Get us that magazine. This is like our holy fucking grail. You don't understand, and he's like, okay, fine, yeah, give him $5. He went and got the magazine and shit. Like, and he'd buy us booze, and when he got older and buy us cigarettes and everything else, we'd go to his house to go party and everything. Like I remember going over there getting wasted playing Turok Seeds of Evil like all weekend long.
I remember Turok. Good night, Circle.
Good night, Circle, man. Thank you, buddy. Okay, I got a couple more here to get to. We're making our way through. Making our way downtown, walking.
Hey, from what your audience says is they love it when we get sidetracked like this. They do. No, they do like it. They hate these conversations.
They fucking hate it when it's just me. Like that's a reality at this point. Like I can talk for 2-3 hours on my own, but I get bitter and cynical as we go on. Because like it's just like I'll get like Mo comes on in and Mo talks. And I love Mo, but Mo talks, and I'm just like, stop talking.
Yeah, no, I love Mo too, but I understand about half of what he's talking about. No shit, bro.
I was giving him shit, but it's like, no, it's better. It is better to have someone to talk to about this shit and to share trailers and to fucking talk about it. Like that's always a lot more fun.
I'm watching all these movies. I can't wait. I've been looking for Good Luck for. No joke, bro. I've been looking for that movie forever, and I could never find the name of it, and now I know, so I can go back and watch it.
It was like, well, that was the thing. Like, did you? Okay, here's an older film you may have heard of, may not. Have you ever heard of a movie called Sour Grapes?
Man, I think I have, bro.
All right, so I rent. So what you got to, and this is Chris, you understand this. Younger guys may not understand this as much, but like back in the day, like when video stores were a thing, you would just pick a movie that had an interesting box art.
Yeah, just interesting box art.
You'd go and like, all right, I'll go and I'll check this one out and shit.
Yeah.
So this movie, let me find the trailer for it.
I discovered the Stoned Age on accident. You know, I just wanted stoner movies, and I matter of fact, I rented the Stoned Age the same night I rented Dazed and Confused, and the Stoned Age is pretty good. It's nowhere near Dazed and Confused, but the Stoned Age is a funny movie. You know, like I had fun with it. And
it was.
I was really into those indie films back then, bro. You know, I just really was.
It's like I remember when I went and I got my hands on Kids for the first time.
Dude, we passed that around and never returned it. Did I ever tell you that?
No,
yeah, I told you that before, haven't I? We rented it, watched it, and then we passed it around all of our friend groups for like an entire summer, and we just never returned it. We loved it that much. I have no legs.
Yeah. Oh God, that's where that came from. I have no legs.
I have no legs. I have no legs. Fucking Subway. That shit was crazy, dude.
Because, dude, but what does that remind you of? What does that remind you of?
When I see him, it reminds me of Trading Places.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. It's like I have no legs. But like, because you could see how that would that could be brought over. Now, here's the crazy thing about fucking Kids, dude, is the guy who played Casper in that movie, right? Like the guy who played Casper went on to go do one more movie, and that movie was Next Friday.
Yeah, he was a skateboard kid. He was a
skateboard kid, and then but he died. I think he died of a drug.
He was Casper in Skate. That was his name in that was his name. And Next Friday, I think, was Casper.
Is it this? I thought he was hold on, next.
He was like a skateboard kid. They were getting high in the back, and Pinky came in. Fucking great movie, dude.
Yeah, I love the Friday. You know they're doing one more Friday. Oh, he was Roach. No, he was Roach. Justin Pierce was his name. He was he died July 10th, 2000. So before the Next Friday came out.
Did you have you seen the documentary about Kids? How like they're all dead now except for a few.
Oh, all the actors?
All the actors, almost all of them are dead now, or they became drug addicts, and a lot of them weren't even real actors. The director just came in and scooped up a bunch of kids out of like Love Park and Central Park and shit.
But I mean,
there's a documentary about it.
I would say the two that came out of that would
Rosario
be
and
what's his Chloe Sevigny.
Chloe Sevigny and Rosario Dawson.
Because Chloe Sevigny was the one that had sex with Casper at the end of the day, and he had AIDS, right? Like he was HIV positive and not
he raped her. You know?
Yeah. Like that movie was
fucked up.
That was a movie that I remember. I think I rented it from the library, and I went home and I watched it. I remember I watched it at my little 12-inch fucking TV and shit. I was like, damn, man. Because like that movie, when you're a teenager watching this movie, it fucking hits hard.
Yeah, it does. It makes you think,
especially the opening of that movie. The fucking opening.
The opening is him fucking some chick. And the first line in the movie is virgins. I love them. That's the first line in the movie.
It was not only is he fucking that, she's like 14 years old.
Yeah.
She's like underage. And he's like, I'm just gonna, and he's like, and then like they show her, like, I think like there's a scene, it gets really provocative too, because like her bra opens, but you don't see anything, and it's just kind of like there. Like this is the thing with this movie and shit, like it just kind of fucking sits with you for a while after it's over, because it's like you're like, this feels like a relatively, like I don't want to say 100% accurate portrayal of what it was like.
No, but it's pretty fucking close.
Pretty fucking close for a lot of people.
I'm telling you, in the early 90s, we were out in the early and mid 90s, us kids, I'm telling you, I was home from my first bid. We were out of control, man. We were out of control. I think I got that. I think I rented Kids and another one with Danny Aiello and all, and it's a great movie. It's got nothing, but it's called Queen's Logic. Queen's Logic, and it's a phenomenal movie.
I was gonna say, if it's Hudson Hawk, bro,
No, it's called Queen's Logic, and it's got Danny Aiello. It's got John Malkovich. It's just about growing up in Queens. It's got what's her face, Linda Fiorentino. It's just this great movie about being in Queens and coming to terms with getting old.
Dude, Jamie Lee Curtis is in it too.
Queen's Logic. It's a really good movie, man.
Kevin Bacon, Linda Fiorentino, Malkovich, Joe Mantegna.
Joe Mantegna, that's it. Not Danny Aiello. Joe Mantegna.
Okay.
Yeah.
How the fuck did you mix the two of them up?
I don't know.
Yeah, Chloe Webb, Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. Okay, yeah, that one I haven't seen. But it came out in 1991, so they would have been in their late 20s and everything else. And that's always kind of funny to watch movies that are made around like that time, around those years.
And now that we're getting older and starting to deal with things like our mortality and our age,
well, and
it hits different.
That's also one of the key reasons why Obsession is as big as it is because it's hitting those kids who are going through that like quarter life crisis. I think, man, like there's
it's
a lot
their
of
kids. You think maybe Obsession?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that.
Okay, let's leave the millennials out of it, okay? Because millennials kind of get the best of both worlds. A lot of people give millennials shit, but the millennials get the best of both worlds. They're getting what Gen Z has, and they're getting what Gen X had. Okay, but what would you say today's kids is for Gen Z? Or do they have one yet?
I don't think they have one yet, man. I like, because if you're talking about like, if you want to do a movie like Kids that is Gen Z, like, or, very Gen Z coded, you'd have to tell a story about like no job. No home,
I think
no
mid
future.
90s could be close, bro. Could come close.
Maybe it, because there's like, but the thing with that though is that like the 90s kids, right? Like us millennials, we were millennials. The millennium was like a big.
But is so is the movie mid 90s about millennials? You think? All I know is that what's his name?
That's a Jonah Hill movie, right?
That's what. Yeah, and I think that could be today's Gen Z.
But
their kids
was set in 90. Kids was in like 94, 95 when it was at that time. It wasn't set in a different time, right? Like if you want to have,
no, you're right. It was set in our time. It was.
So if you want to have a movie today that Gen Z audiences are gonna fucking respond to about what life is like in a very kind of like direct and harsh way.
Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, it's easy. That was easy.
You got to be like, all right. So no, think of it like this, right? Fucking Gen Zs are in college. And it's like, think about like, student loan debt, right? You go through 4 years of school, you rack up fucking $80,000-$90,000 in debt, following your dream, your passion to learn a skill, only to go out into the job market and realize that the best job you're going to find is saying, would you like fries with that? Because,
rent.
You get AIDS.
Rent.
Then you just get AIDS, right? But it's like you and your friends don't drink because alcohol is expensive and you don't really like it anymore. But the only
I guess they don't have one yet, Matt.
They don't have one yet.
Yeah,
like, I mean, maybe they could do a movie about like the only thing Gen Z has is like going to the theater. Otherwise, they're just going to neck themselves. It's like and I'm not saying to be hyperbolically funny. I mean that like legit.
No, I try not to shit on Gen Z. I really do because I feel for them, bro. They're growing up in a time right now where everything is confusing. Dating is confusing. Getting a job is confusing. The political atmosphere is confusing. These kids are fucked, bro. They are, man. They're fucked, bro.
They are.
I feel bad for them, bro.
They are definitely like in a situation where they are not like, they're not set up for success. So if you think about it like this, right? So boomers, they had the luxury of being the first generation post World War II, right? So you had a lot of like the rebuilding, you had a lot of American expansionism, and that led through into like the 60s and 70s and shit. Right. So then you got the boomers, they start having their kids, and that's the fucking, the Gen Xers, right? Well, the boomers, they had all the fucking providence that came from the Reconstruction post-war, like the whole fucking single family, unit, right? Mom, dad, 2 kids, white picket fence, car, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Right. They had a lot of that. That was them growing up, right? That's why the idea of like Leave It to Beaver, like it's one of the things when I look at boomers and I look at like the way that they operate and their fucking policies, It's basically them trying to recreate the Leave It to Beaver world that never.
Yeah,
really,
no, they want that 50s world.
They want they want their childhood back because they know
and they threw that all on us, and us Gen Xers, we rebelled against it. You know what I mean?
Because you guys got fucked over. You guys got fucking legit fucked over. And because it was like, okay, well, we'll handle everything. You guys are just kind of here. Gen Xers, I don't want to say don't have an identity. You do have an identity, but you have a lot of apathy because you were also left to your own devices.
Those come on, man, latchkey kids.
No, I was a latchkey kid too.
That's what I'm saying. No, I mean, we had to deal like Gen X dealt with a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, but Gen X was also like, out there fucking, look, come home when the streetlights come on.
We could do it, and we could do whatever we wanted, man.
Whatever
you know why? Because both of our parents were out there busting their asses, so they didn't have any idea they had to trust us. Big mistake.
Well, not even that. Not even it wasn't so much there because you really had single family, like you had single like worker families, right? So it's like the dad would work, mom would be home with the kid. That was a big part of the boomer aesthetic, right? That was that idea of like the single income family being enough to support the entire.
And I also remember like a lot, like the divorce rate was just getting higher and higher.
Maybe. Yeah, there's that. Maybe there's like that whole distinction of the fucking the nuclear family, single income nuclear family wasn't necessarily the most viable. You had like the gas shortages in the mid 70s, right? You had like a lot of problems with that. People did have to go to work. There was like, again, there was a lot of taxation on wealthy people. And then you had the rise of the modern era of conservatives, which were, when Reagan came on in, fucked things up, and we're still feeling the effects of Ronald Reagan. We will feel the effects of Ronald Reagan for the foreseeable future. I think.
And I mean, we had to deal with like, I just because I'm an 80. I'm born in 74, but my main time was 80s, early 90s.
I was born.
Those were my formative years, and I'm telling you, the Cold War, growing up during the Cold War was fucking scary. Like it was scary. Like our schools had bomb shelters. You know what I mean? Like it was fucking nuts. And
you guys said that. See, but the thing is, I never had that when I was a kid. The Cold War was over, right? Like when I was in.
You're not that far behind me though, man. Like you're right behind. You're like two steps behind me.
I was in middle school when they tore down the fucking Berlin Wall.
And right? I was in high school.
So it's like I'm not that much behind you, but that couple years is a fucking intense couple years of shit, right? Like if you just think about the way technology bloomed in like the 80s and early 90s, like there was that, like, again, like, I'm in that Zennial category. That is the, like I know rotary phones, I know black and white TVs, I can fucking rock bunny ears with surgical fucking precision type shit. Like I know that world. I know it real well, but then I also like was getting, when I was in school, we were learning how to type on like the, the apples, right? We were taking typing class. We're doing Oregon Trail.
How old were you when the internet actually hit?
I was like 13, I think.
Like around, because the internet really kind of hit around 2000, 2001.
For me, see, the thing is, for me, that was 18 then. So that hit right at the tail end of my high school. So you gotta understand, like, so in like middle school, maybe a little bit after that or whatever, we had those AOL floppies that were going around, right?
Yeah.
And like, it's like go and get 10 hours free on AOL.
Remember when you would buy like a computer and it was a big deal to have like 400 megabytes of RAM?
Yeah.
Like it's fucking insane.
You play games and you're like, are you rocking an EGA or a VGA card?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy,
dude. If you want top tier prime graphics, you need VGA, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trade it.
I remember getting like Space Quest 4 and like, oh, I got VGA. Yeah, I got VGA. Fuck yeah. And like having the requirements played. But
I remember the first time I ever played an online game. It was Star Trek Voyager, and it was a first person shooter, and it was on PC, and it was the first time I had ever played online and like talked to somebody online. It was crazy. I was like, holy shit, this guy's from Russia.
The first time I did that actually was SOCOM on the PlayStation 2.
Oh, that's right. SOCOM was one of the first.
I had the headset, and SOCOM is the shit. I fucking love
it. No, it was the shit. There
was a dude on there that I met. His name was Hank. He lived in
that and Ghost Recon. But those were like the two big ones.
Ghost Recon Island Thunder was the first Xbox Live game that I had. was I still have my gamer tag from back then. It's still Jarbo0069. I was a fucking dirty perv all the way back then.
You were.
And
Okay.
and no, but I was playing SOCOM. I met this dude named Hank. And Hank and I would play like every fucking night. Like we'd play every fucking night. We'd be bullshitting all night long, having a good old time, like exchanged phone numbers and everything else. The last time I spoke to this motherfucker was the night before the levees broke in New Orleans.
Wow.
And he was telling, he calls me up, and we're chatting on the phone, and he's like, hey man, it's getting kind of bad. My girl and I, we're gonna dip. We're gonna go to her parents' house. I should be back in a couple days. I'll fucking holler at you. Never heard from him again. Phone line went dead.
That's horrible.
He never logged in to his account. And I am not kidding you. This was one of his accounts. He had a couple, but the last one that he had, as far as I remember, was JFK Assassin.
Here's one. I tell you what. Here's something. These guys will never. Some of them. I keep forgetting. You're not everybody in your chat or audiences are super young. Being online and getting booted every time your phone rang.
Oh,
yeah, remember that?
Yeah. Or
dial up was a motherfucker, bro.
Or you couldn't contact anybody. Like you call a friend and like there was no call waiting. You'd hear like the beep beep beep.
I remember that too. Yeah.
Or you call when they're connected to the web and you hear the fucking modem line.
Beep beep.
Yeah.
And they'd still get booted. Man, I'm old.
Oh,
I'm old.
No,
as
we
shit,
had
bro.
my cousin had a BBS. He called Lair of the Worm. Like back in the early 90s, he was running it out of his local.
That was a movie, wasn't it?
No, I don't know if it was. That was what he
There was
called.
a horror movie called Lair of the White Worm.
Maybe he took it from that. I don't know. I haven't
And
talked to him.
the vampire, well, she was a vampire, but she worshipped this big giant like snake. And she would always give you a boner. She would make sure you had a boner, and that's where she would bite you and paralyze you. She would bite you on your boner.
Makes sense. A lot of blood, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get
it was a pretty scary fucking movie, man. It was kind of
like
fucked
putting
up.
a straw in a full size big gulp. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get a lot with that right away. Anyway, what was I gonna say here? Now, do you remember MUD games? They were like the text-based online games that you could do. It was like
Oregon Trail.
No. The one that I used to play back 25 years ago with the group of people that I met, surprisingly, on the forum for a Dreamcast game called Armada. We used to play a game called Usurper, and it was this fantasy MUD. It's all text-based, and you create your character and you go dungeon crawling and you fight creatures, and at the end of the day, you go back to an inn, and that's kind of where you log out, right? Is you go and you kind of store your shit, your gold.
It sounds cool. It sounds like D&D.
It kind of is like D&D, but like the world resets like every 2 weeks. So like whatever you get in that 2 week period, like it will go away. So it kind of keeps you coming back for more. But the cool thing is while you're there, you can build up, like you could get lockpicking skills, and you could go to the inn and all the players were at the inn, and you could pick the lock to the room while the player is asleep and then steal all their shit. But as a player,
awesome.
you could hire
I had a Dreamcast, and what was the other one? What was the one before Dreamcast?
The Sega or like the Sega
the
CD?
Sega. Was
Or
it
the
Sega?
Jaguar or the 3DO or
It was a Sega, but it was the Sega.
It would have been the
There
Sega
was-
CD.
There was Genesis, and there was something else after that,
Sega
and then there
CD.
was Dreamcast.
Sega CD.
And I remember Soul Calibur being like Sega Saturn. Thank
Oh,
you,
that's-
Rational.
Where
And
did
it ha-
the Sega CD come from? I thought
That
that
is
was on
when,
the Saturn. That was on the Saturn, wasn't it?
That was like Soul Blade blew up, bro. Like it was like the new Mortal Kombat, but you
No,
could have
I
like,
had Soul
Yoda and shit.
Calibur-
It was crazy.
I had Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast. That game was fucking awesome. Remember when they put
Yeah,
Soul
Soul
Calibur?
Blade and Soul Calibur weren't they like they were the same, but they were like a sequel, or was Soul Calibur something different than Soul Blade? They were both fighting games. I know that. They were like Mortal Kombat. Soul Calibur was the shit too, man. Now I think about it. Yeah, and you had your
There's a
card
lot-
you could slide in. The Sega Saturn was kind of ahead of its time, man.
There was I remember they had the fighting game for the 1994 Street Fighter film. They had they had that.
Oh yeah, with Jean-Claude and all them. Yeah,
cover of it and whatnot. I never played it because I never had it, so I never played it. You know, for me, I was always an SNES. I got the Nintendo 64 kind of stuff. I didn't even get my first Sega system till I got the Dreamcast at launch on 9/9/99. You know, and then I got that. I got that at midnight. I went home. I hooked it up. I got I got Power Stone, and I put in Power Stone. I played it for a little bit, and then I went to sleep because my first day of senior year was like the next morning.
That's crazy.
And then I remember I did not like Power Stone. I did not like Power Stone. So I took it back to the mall after school and I exchanged it for Ready to Rumble. And Ready to Rumble was an awesome boxing game because it had like the damage effects, right? You could punch a fucker in the face, you'd see like a black eye and shit. And that was a big one. It was a fun game. I think Michael Buffer like did the, like, let's get ready.
Unless you're a hardcore like collector, like I have like a lot of old systems. I got a TurboGrafx. I got both PlayStations 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5. I've got TurboGrafx. I've still got an original Nintendo Entertainment System in the box. I got a Sega Core system. I collect a lot of that shit. That's what me and Dito used to talk about back when me and Dito were friends before I fucking started hating that greasy, lousy piece of shit. But we would talk about what we found. Yeah, and it's sad that, we're losing all that, man. Physical media was making a comeback, and now all of a sudden Sony and Xbox, so Microsoft and Sony
Well,
just like
Microsoft has not moved away from physical media yet. They haven't.
So
said
they didn't make the announcement. That hasn't
no,
been
it was
confirmed then?
just Sony. Now the thing is though, is that Sony is waiting.
They're gonna backtrack, bro. I know they
they're
are.
They're not going to backtrack. They're not going to backtrack. They made the announcement early enough because they're ending it in 2028, right? So it's like a 2-year window. Not only that, most people buy their video games digital. I'm sorry. Look,
No, they do. But what I'm saying is like all those old games that you want.
Yeah,
Man,
no,
bro.
that's gonna fucking suck ass, right? Like that's gonna suck ass. People
Emulators, I think emulators is the only way you're gonna pull it off now.
Well, I mean,
Emulators.
look at the arcade games. So many arcade games you can't play unless you have an emulator, which is all digital. It's like the Xbox, was really great at emulating 360 games. And
there are
everything.
just things that are so like later on down the line, if you want to play Ratchet, I mean, what's going to happen to the Ratchet and Clanks or the Donkey
they're
Kong?
gonna have to be they're gonna be uploaded fucking digitally, and that's how you're gonna be able to get them, or you're gonna have to spend the money to find a way to to get an older console that plays them. That part really sucks, and that's where it's like, look, for older games, physical media matters. But
because of what you were just talking about.
The problem though is that they're not all accessible digital. Like the one I want to get is what game is it? There's the Saboteur. I want to play that one again. Pandemic's last game came out in like 2009, right? And it's you're basically playing as a French resistance spy fighting the Nazis. It's a fun game.
There was one on Xbox, and you could buy it from the Xbox store, and it was a side scroller, but they somehow made it look 3D. And I played it, loved it so much. It was called Shadow Conspiracy.
Dude, I love Shadow Conspiracy.
Yeah,
was it Nolan North was the voice in that one?
It was so great. What a great game, dude. And I looked for it everywhere. Now I can't find it. I know I used to own it, and now I can't find it. I owned it, and it's just gone. It's not there no more on my 360, and I've got a lot of games on my 360. I had to go out and buy a second hard drive after my Elite hard drive, the black Xbox 360, and I bought a lot of games on there, man, and they're just like gone now. And from what I heard, you got to check in every 3 years now, or they're going to delete all your shit.
I don't think I don't know. I don't think that's going to necessarily.
That's fucking crazy.
It's one of those problems where the gaming industry like needs to figure out a way, and this is going to be a consumer led situation, because the problem with the gaming world is, you've got like all of these digital games that have rights issues, right? Like the Saboteur, I can't buy the Saboteur digital because of a rights issue, right? Pandemic no longer exists. I believe the property is owned by EA, but there's some issues there with that. There's also Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, right? The collective Indiana Jones game that came out in like 2005 or some shit like that. right? Like
That's
a
not
fun,
on Xbox right now, and that's
it's
on
not,
Xbox.
no, you can't, no, it's not digital. You can't get it digital.
Oh, that's
So it's
fucked
like
up.
I've looked around and it's like I can pay a high price over on fucking Netflix and shit. Not Netflix, sorry, eBay. I can pay a high price over there for that, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather just get it digital so that I know that I've got it. But then you had situations like the Deadpool game put out by Activision, also Nolan North voicing Deadpool, and that thing was delisted for a while they were sorting out the rights situation.
Yeah, and that was a really fun game, man.
It was no, it's back. It's back now. You can get it now, but that's the problem with
in the
this
Marvel games, what were those called? Because I can't find them. The Ultimate Alliance games. Those were so fucking fun, dude. You could get 4 characters and go on your missions, and I think it was called.
That was like the XCOM style, right? Like the
Yeah,
turn-based.
exactly. They were so fun, dude.
Well, they got the Midnight Suns is also like that. There's a new one Star Wars game coming out, I think called Zero Company, that comes out next month. That's just like that. So there's there's formula. Those games are kind of the format that is, you know, that they go for is pretty good. But yeah, it's a problem with these games as time goes on, because for one, the size of these games is massive, and then they spend all this time on a server, and so they're taking up space on a server. Granted, usually not a lot. Then you have like hosting costs, and you've got all of those other things that really end up kind of being, you know, kind of just after a while, if the rights run out and people aren't buying it, you know, they don't really see the point of investing the money into this kind of shit. And that's a big problem. Whereas movies are different because the media travels to like multiple different, you know, ways to watch it. You know, music's kind of the same way.
Boo.
So and they're smaller, but they're smaller files as well. The reason why, you know, people are upset at Sony over Grand Theft Auto 6, it kind of baffles my mind a little bit, because I understand the argument, make no mistake, but I'm like, there's no feasible way for you to put Grand Theft Auto on a disc. There's just no way.
No, it's going to be too big, and I understand that.
And even I bought Dead Island 2 day one,
and I'm not even mad about the price, Maddie. A lot of people are. I think it's stupid to lock something behind a paywall on the game, but I get it.
I know. I still think it's like, you know, it's dumb. If you don't have the ability to unlock those in the game, then fuck you, right? Like that should, you know. And granted, it all appears to be like cosmetic. Versus,
yeah, it does. But
you know,
but yeah, you're not getting any. But I just know that
stuff.
GTA 5, bro. Everything, every update, every expansion, and any new DLC, it's all free, and it's been free, you know. And believe it, this is I've never seen a game last this long, unless it's something classic like fucking Pac-Man or Donkey Kong. This game's been out 13 years, man, and still, as many people play it now as it did when it first came out. That's insane to me. So this is, in my opinion, this is going to be not only the biggest game launch of all time, but this is going to be the biggest thing ever for video. Like, this game is going to not only break records, but it's going to be the biggest game launch of all time. Like,
yeah. I mean,
I don't see
there's so much hype. There's so much hype surrounding GTA 6.
So I really hope it doesn't suck, and because
it's not going to suck. There's no way.
Rockstar kind of revolutionized online gaming, bro. Like they changed it.
No, I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I think GTA has come a long way.
But for console, unless you're talking about World of Warcraft or something, for console, it changed online gaming forever.
Okay. Well, yeah, I get
you. You can do anything in GTA. You can do anything.
Well, yeah, I've seen. Have you ever seen any of the RP servers, right? Like the role play servers?
Yeah, they're fun. They're kind of funny to watch.
Some of the ones I've seen some people mod GTA 5 to become like a really, really intense zombie survival, which I think is kind of cool.
Okay,
and what
that
really
would be
pisses
cool.
me off about Grand Theft Auto nowadays is that they just remove cheat codes, right? Like if you go back to San Andreas, you can put a cheat code in.
Money good. Bam.
Not even money good. There's a cheat code in Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City and definitely San Andreas. That is it's the cheat code is everyone hates you. And so at that point, you put this cheat code in and everyone is gunning for your ass. And so what my friend and I used to do, and he taught me this is what he would do, but I would replicate it, is you get in San Andreas and you fly out to the woods. And you parachute down to the woods, and all you've got is like a pistol, a rifle, and like maybe a shotgun or some shit like that. And then you got to basically make your way back into San Andreas, back into your home base, right? There on Grove Street. And but what you do is you turn that cheat on so everyone hates you. So it's basically like you're trying to make your way through San Andreas in like this very volatile, like environment where everyone is trying to kill you.
That does sound fun.
And it
Shifty,
was
is that
fucking
true?
fun. It was fucking fun.
Is it, go scroll?
Hold on, what's he saying here? I know I'm so behind on the chat.
The size said to be 275 gigs, and you need 100 gigabytes empty space for generative AI elements and updates. That's fucking crazy.
Well, okay, for one, the Gen AI thing, what are you even talking about? I haven't even heard a whiff of that for Rockstar. But the size being 275 gig makes a fair amount of sense. Never mind, yes, the updates that are going to bloat your hard drive, and then they'll remove the files and everything else.
So you're gonna need a terabyte because you're gonna have other games. You're gonna need a PlayStation 5, and that's another thing. I'm not sure if I think that's kind of messed up that it's like a timed release. I thought that shit was over. Timed exclusives. I thought that shit was done with. Xbox has to wait like 3 months before they get it.
No, they don't.
I thought PlayStation was getting. What game am I thinking? Oh no! I'm thinking. What game am I? No,
it's not. Wolverine is not even coming to Xbox. That is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. No,
what game am I thinking of?
Launches simultaneously on console. I don't know if it's going to be coming to PC, but it's okay.
Well, that's good to know because I was hearing it was at the timed exclusive. Like PlayStation was going to get it first, and then Xbox. But that was just something I heard. I think I heard a YouTuber say that, so I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
There's definitely. It's got an AI like social media system in the game's world. I haven't even heard that. If there's any kind of Gen AI inside that game, I'm gonna laugh my dick off.
Because everybody hates AI so much.
I know. They're gonna be like,
poor what's his face? Will he even buy it now? What's his name?
Donuts?
Donovan. Yeah.
Donny boy. I don't know if he will. That guy's got no sense of fucking humor, dude. Like no sense of humor.
Yeah, I heard you talking about the little joke you sent to me. He flipped out.
He
said he was taking a break. He needs his mental health break, and then he still can't stop retweeting you and shit. It's all over a disagreement with AI. That's just dumb,
what it was is no. What the big thing is because Supergirl bombed, and he can't handle it and whatnot. Like so today, for example, going back to the Batman thing. So like Angry Joe had a take I actually kind of fucking agree with, which is kind of surprising. Which is if I could find my
God, I used to love him, and then he turned into a whiny bitch, bro. I used to love Angry Joe.
So we know that the Batman got delayed by 4 months from October to February. Okay, October 2027, February 2028. So it's really not like the end of the day, like not big of a deal. But he says, bro, what 6 damn years to get this thing? What is going on over there? I can't even remember if I still give a shit anymore about his sequel. This just fucked James Gunn so hard, by the way. We won't even see a DCU Batman until 2029 or 2030 if he even has the job anymore at this point. It might as well be Matt Reeves' universe, the BCU at this point, and everyone just gets folded into that, and we see a team up in 2035. Fuck's sake. I mean, this is kind of what I've been saying.
I kind of agree with him.
Is just like, if you're not going to merge the universes, then one has to go, right? One has to die. And then people like to get fucking, whatever with me about it by going like, no, you can have 2 at the same time. And it's all like, if we're not even going to get the DCU Batman until like, the Brave and the Bold until 2029 or 2030, because they're not releasing 2 Batman movies in 2028.
The DC universe does have a multiverse, right? Yeah, they do.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing with this, right? The new DCU, right? James Gunn's world, has a multiverse, but it's only been slightly explored. And then at the same time, Marvel is ending their multiverse, right? The multiverse saga is kind of, I don't want to call it a total failure, but it is not good. Right? Like the multiverse element of everything that's gone on with what Marvel's been doing for the last couple of years hasn't necessarily landed. And because it's a difficult thing to do. right? To juggle a multiverse. And then what you've also got to remember here is like there's a concept of Elseworlds, which is, to be fair, one of the most retarded things you could do cinematically. All right. Like Joker 1 did well. Not everybody didn't know that it wasn't tied into fucking anything else going on. There were a fair amount of people that thought that it was tied into it. Okay. Joker 2 comes out, bombs.
That's horrible.
Like, it bombs. Like, it wasn't even, you know, like, it just, no one liked it.
But I always considered Elseworlds just part of the fucking multiverse. I always considered it that. Like, I always
go. The biggest, let's see, Gunn is literally, hold on here. H. Bart says here, Gunn is literally the head of DC. He could cancel Reeves sequels so easily. He could. He absolutely could. It's a respect. This is the problem with having a creative at the head of the table. Because a creative is going to not want people to not like him. And that's the biggest thing with James Gunn is he doesn't want people to not like him. And again, I say this as a person who very much likes James Gunn's work. I like it. But we have to be fair and we have to be real and rational about what's going on here. And, you know, Superman, look, Man of Tomorrow is not a Superman fucking sequel. It is throwing everything that the DCU has against the wall in their second movie while they take on fucking Brainiac. That's it. I mean, Blue Beetle just got confirmed to be in the movie.
I think that actually sounds kind of cool, though. I do.
Well, how much cameo? How much space is he gonna have?
I don't know. It's gonna be like a 3-hour movie,
right? And it's like they're shooting it now. They're halfway through production.
Ensemble casts are not easy to work with. I don't know a lot of people that can, like, I hate to bring up Joss Whedon, but he is one of those people that has always been really good at working with an ensemble cast, and the Russo brothers. Besides those two, I don't see a lot of people pulling that off. James Gunn, I don't know if he has
Gunn,
it in him.
The thing I've said about Gunn, and I stand by all this shit, what I say about Gunn is that I say that he fears Superman. And I believe I'm correct on that one. The reason why I say that I think he fears Superman has everything to do with not having a reverence for the character. All right. But it's not in his wheelhouse, right? He writes scrappy underdog characters that are full of flaws. Right. And the idea there is that he writes those characters from the perspective of his own persona, a guy who he views is very flawed, good-hearted, good-natured, but flawed. And the only way for that flawed underdog to be able to come out on top is to, you know, kind of get people to root for them, right? It's to show that they want to put the work in, to show that they want to be that kind of character. And then you can build off that. Guardians did it.
I mean, he made me give a shit about a tree and a talking raccoon.
Yeah, right. Peacemaker season 1 did it.
Yeah,
right? We all hated fucking Peacemaker after watching Suicide Squad in 2021. And then here comes a few months later, Peacemaker, the TV show.
And everybody loved it.
Everyone loves it because his character who's broken.
And 2's not that bad.
Season 2 is fine. The ending is not good. That's my only criticism of season 2 is like that finale is what the fuck, right? Like whatever, like the whole thing with Rick Flag Sr. in that finale, or like I think even like the episode before it, what the fuck were they just, whatever Gunn was writing for that is just bad. That wasn't good. The whole like,
it's funny that they used what is his name? Mumlo. What's his real name? He's been in some B movies that I really like. I like that actor.
Who?
The guy that played Rick Flagg's dad.
Oh, Frank Grillo?
Frank Grillo. I like him a lot, but he literally looks younger than his son.
Yeah, that's kind of the funny part, right? And they're really not like
he looks younger.
Frank Grillo is like only like 17 years older than like Joel Kinnaman or some shit.
It's fucking
it's kind of funny. Have you now, speaking of Frank Grillo, have you seen the movie he did with Joe Carnahan called Boss Level?
Yeah, with fucking Mel Gibson. It was excellent.
That was great. You know what I watched recently with him also was I watched Cop Shop.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's a good one. I like that one.
And he's got there's a brand new one coming out where there's cars involved. There's one Brodan showed me a trailer for now. I wish I could think of the name of it.
Are you thinking of the Alan Richson one where he's like
exactly where there's like only like 7 minutes of dialogue in the whole movie?
No, there's like, from what I heard, it's like there's no dialogue in the movie.
That's crazy, man.
Like
but it's
It's
The
called
fucking
Motor
car
City.
movie. I'm in,
Motor
bro.
City. Yeah, but
Yeah,
did you see
I'm
did
in.
you see who the bad guy is?
Huh?
It's Ben fucking Foster.
Nice.
And I'm looking at that
Nice.
going like, Ben Foster. For one, I like Ben Foster. He's a really good
I
actor.
loved him in 310 to Yuma. I really
Yeah.
loved him in Alpha
Dog,
Dog.
he was great. Yeah, he was
man,
great in
bro.
that one. But the funny thing about this though is it's Ben Foster being a villain, which we know he can do, but he's not going to have any dialogue.
Yeah,
So he's
how's he
just
gonna
like,
do that?
and that was the thing. Joel Kinnaman, when he took on the role of when he did Silent Night with John Woo, he thought, okay, I'm not going to say anything. This is going to be a breeze. And then he's like, fuck, I got to pantomime like all this. I have to convey motion with every part of my body outside of my words, and he had to really, really, really kind of build that up. But I thought Silent Night was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good. It's John Woo. Wasn't Ben Foster in 30 Days a Night?
I don't remember. I think Josh Hartnett was in 30 Days a Night. I think that was
but who was like the bad vampire? The first hate that. That was Ben Foster, I think.
No, not 30 Days a Night. That was he's a European dude. It's 30 Days.
Not the bad guy. The guy they locked up at the beginning who was like, he's
oh no, okay. Oh, the stranger. That was
Yeah.
him. That was him. Yeah. So okay, hold up. I need to, because we've been chit-chatting now for 2.5 hours. I gotta use the bathroom. So if you can hold just like chit-chat with the chat for a second, let me go use the bathroom. I'll be right
Okay,
back.
yeah, because once you get back, I got a dip. So
Oh, it's late. Yeah. I gotta
Yeah.
get the rest of my supers and everything else. Okay, yeah. I'll be right back.
we could all just like sing a song while Matt is peeing. We could make up an AI song right now about Matt Jarbo taking a pee. Except I don't know how to use that AI stuff. That's too bad. It is cool that I wrote down all these movies. I wish Jess was here because I ran out of anime to watch. And some of the mainstream stuff I just don't like. Berserker's okay. Bleach, I don't know. I guess Naruto is fun, but it just feels too kiddie to me. I've never tried the Avatar shows. I've never tried One Punch. I heard those are good. I watched Attack on Titan already as much as I can watch it. I need something different, more obscure, and Jess kind of knows those things. So I hope he shows up next time because I kind of need some new anime to watch. I Dragon Ball. I've never even tried Dragon Ball because there's just so much of it, guys. I mean, and I don't even know what order to watch them in. From what I heard, there's not even they're not in order, and then there's things called a filler in anime. I didn't know about that. It's like where the episode means nothing, so I don't know. I know my son Cody, he fucking loves Last Airbender, and he I don't know, there's 4 seasons of it or something. That's the one with the kid that's got the arrow on his head, right? That's Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? The high school whatever the fuck that one is, never really got into the bouncy titties with the machine guns and none of that. And I'm not in it for all that. I'm not in it to goon, man. But science. So okay, see, that sounds kind of obscure. I've heard Ghost in the Shell for years, but that's another one that might be too sophisticated, man. Because I tried to watch a couple episodes of Ghost in the Shell, and I was like, "What is going on, man?" I remember trying to figure out what am I watching? But it looks really good. It looks amazing. I just don't know if I would be able to grasp it. Some of the anime stuff is very sophisticated. It's very next level. It's like you got to really think outside the box. So Last Airbender is good. Yeah, I might check out Avatar: Last Airbender then, because a lot of people have been telling me it's really good. I just know that M. Night Shyamalan fucked the movie up and everybody's mad at him and shit.
All right. Sorry. I had to poop. But it was a quick poop.
It was a quick poop. Yeah, I'm writing down. I just wrote down some of these. I might check
Okay, so
those
before
out.
you go, let me show you this trailer for the Sour Grapes.
Sour Grapes.
It's short. It's short.
There's a great punk song called Sour Grapes by the Descendants. It's really good.
I don't think that's featured here, but we'll find out.
Hey, listen, we out for this weekend? Atlantic City? I don't know. It's gonna be great. We drive down, we gamble, then you get the whole night for your hotel sex. Yeah. How you gonna pass up a chance for hotel sex? Yeah.
Boy, am I tapped out.
You got 2 quarters.
That's the guy from Wings.
Here, go crazy.
Oh! It's me! It's me! It's me! It's me!
Wow.
I just won $436,000.50.
And 50 cents.
They were my quarters.
You think he should give you money?
You should give me half the money.
I was the one playing the machine.
Don't you give him a penny.
You'd be crazy if you do.
Why should I give him money from my machine?
It's his money that you're playing with.
He gets nothing! Nothing!
It was my quarter.
I'm playing the machine, Dumbo. Just because I won some money, that means I have to buy lunch for the rest of my life. I don't think so.
All right, get out. Get fired.
You take care of yourself.
I intend to.
I'm sure you do.
Why wouldn't I?
No reason.
So why bring it up?
Just trying to be nice.
My mistake.
I'd say so.
Oh, I love this. Really? What is that, burlap?
We heard her scream.
What is that, burlap?
Man run down the block.
Can you describe it?
Well, he was,
Yeah.
he was,
Black?
he happened to be black. I'm sorry. Next time we'll be white.
Maybe Chinese.
Hi, Aunt Selma. It's me, Evan.
You know it was his machine. He owes you 50 cents. That's it.
Okay, let's get started.
Wow.
So this
Yeah,
was
I would watch it. I would. That is a moral dilemma, but he gives me 2 quarters. I play the machine. He's my friend. He's getting some money.
yeah, I mean like 430,000.
Yeah,
it was
I'm
funny.
giving. I'm not, maybe not half, but like 100K. Yeah, man, he's my friend. You know.
Well, when I was working at the casino, we had a lady one night win like $297,353 on I think it was a Wheel of Fortune jackpot. I remember that because I was assigned to be like her personal guard while she filled out all the paperwork and did everything else, and I carried the big novelty check out to her car.
You were the muscle.
I was 18-year-old me.
I love that. I love that.
I was the guy they sent in. I was the guy. With an ill-fitting suit and and a tie that was too short.
Now, Larry David, that's Curb Your Enthusiasm, right? Yeah, I definitely want to see that movie. I want to watch that now for sure. Yeah.
Let me see where I rented it. I didn't.
And I'm
know
trying to figure out where I know the main guy from. Not the guy from Wings.
That's Craig.
The other guy.
He was a bad guy in Long Kiss Goodnight.
He sure the fuck was. Wow, he was a great villain, bro. I knew him from somewhere because he's got like perfect teeth and a great jawline.
So right now, Sour Grapes.
I sound like I'm gay, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you. It's hold on.
Sour Grapes, man. I just wrote that one down too. I'm gonna be busy next couple
of days. Let's see here. Is it on Amazon? No, you can rent it on Amazon. Fuck that shit.
Oh, I got a place I can watch anything.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna look this. I told you about that site. I'm gonna take this.
I know. I needed one. They shut all mine down, motherfuckers.
This one, I'll tell you, man.
They sunk the Black Pearl.
They I'll tell you what I dislike about this. There's another one I can tell you about.
Send me that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, this one. What I fucking hate, man, are the goddamn pop-ups.
Yeah, the come to yeah.
Fucking hell, I hate the pop-ups.
Send me the other one. Like link it to me right now before you forget.
Yeah, I got it. Hold up. I got you covered, man. It's so many pop-ups. There we go. Okay, that one's not on that website, which means it's probably not on the other website either, but it's hard to find. Let me see. There is you can rent the movie. I can give you a link to watch the whole thing on OK.ru. They've got the whole movie over there on a Russian site. You know, you can watch it there.
Wow, really? No shit. Maybe I could just. I bet watch that motherfucker be on Tubi.
It's not on Tubi. It's not
really.
Yeah, it's not. I was
Because I watched this guy called Flick Connection, and I do like him a lot. He tells you
Oh
everything.
yeah, no, that dude, that guy. I've been watching him off and on for a while.
And he said this is the first time that Tubi has had a more stellar library than anything streaming right now. Even better than like Netflix. He said you just got to deal with the commercials.
Well, that's part of the nice part of it.
But he said that all that shit you're looking for that you can't find anyplace else. You're like, I haven't seen that movie in years. It's all on Tubi now.
Well, they've I think what is it? They have like 90 some million monthly active users at this point. I actually complained about Tubi the other day, mostly because out of how much I like them, I do not like how they have changed their UI to make it harder to find films. So like they used to be able to search for like decade, like 80s horror, 90s horror, 2000, stuff along like that.
Everything seems like, it doesn't matter where it's at, Maddie. Everything seems to be buried in the algorithm now or beneath the algorithm. Even VPNs, it's hard to find shit now.
Yeah.
Like you got to go looking for it. And the whole reason you're like, fuck, I forgot the name of that movie. I need to find that movie. What's that movie? And then you try to explain the movie to somebody and they look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah, basically. Like,
I completely forgot about Good Luck, and I've been looking for that movie for years. And then,
well, it's also possible that they were released under different names, because like that happens all the time as well.
Yeah. What was it? What's the Tom Cruise one? Live, Die, Repeat. All You Need Is Kill. And then what was the original name?
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow. It was released in different countries under different names. Now, my favorite one is All You Need Is Kill. I think that's great. But Live, Die, Repeat's cool too. And then Edge of Tomorrow. And Tom's pretty good at science fiction, man. Like he really is. I mean,
Oblivion, I love.
Yeah, I loved him in. I really liked him in War of the Worlds. He's good at science fiction. I mean, now my Tom Cruise is always going to be Risky Business, Top Gun, Days of Thunder, Mission Impossible. But I also like his sci-fi stuff. It's great. Vanilla Sky, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
one of the best movies I've ever seen.
That was Cameron. Was that Cameron Crowe?
The only thing I know about Cameron Crowe is he did.
Cameron Crowe, yeah.
He did Singles, and he's married to one of the girls from Heart.
He was married to Nancy Wilson.
Yeah, Nancy.
They broke up 16 years ago.
That's too bad. She was a hottie.
But he also did Almost Famous, which was really good.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
That's
he wrote loosely based on his real life.
Yeah, he wrote Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I remember that. Because that was an Amy Heckerling movie. Crazy that how old is Amy fucking Heckerling? She's 72 years old. Holy shit.
Oh shit.
The last movie she directed, as far as I remember, was this it's called Vamps, I think.
That wasn't too long ago.
That was 2012. That's Alicia Silverstone and Kristen Ritter, and then she did National Lampoon's European Vacation, which is a classic, stone cold classic. She did Look Who's Talking, which, I mean, that's a stone cold classic.
Yeah.
She directed Clueless, which is an absolute fucking generational film, in my opinion.
Yeah, that one's timeless.
And then she did one that, it's kind of like, it's not bad, but it didn't get a lot of love. And that was 2000's Loser.
I thought Loser was great.
I don't disagree with
Mina Solari and the Pie Fucker. Yeah, Jason. That was a really good movie, man.
The thing with that movie, though, is there was another movie that came out right around that same time. Jason Biggs was in, called Boys and Girls with Freddie Prinze Jr.
That was another good one. I remember that was like a young romantic. That was like a romantic comedy.
College comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What really got me about that movie was so like I'll admit, I saw it. It was a bootleg cam copy that my friend gave me, right? And so I was watching it, and the thing started off, and they had titled it She's All That 3. Right. And so it's not like the movie, you know, did anything. I think it was pretty good.
You know, if you go watch Boys and Girls, because for a long time, I know it's crazy now, but the internet was still pretty young. They put that sci-fi documentary out there, and then they dropped the Blair Witch Project. And a lot of people actually thought it was a real documentary. A lot of people thought that Heather Donahue chick was really dead. And then you watch Boys and Girls, and there she is at the bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, it's really funny you say that because she popped up in the movie Boys and Girls. So here's the thing. So Jason Biggs was in American Pie in 1999. In 2000, he was in Boys and Girls, and he was also in Loser. So he was in two kind of bombs, if you will, in that particular year, right? I think that movie had a budget of $30 million. It did $25.8 million. You know, but it also had I always enjoyed that film.
But he was also in a comedy that changed the game. Like
Well,
American Pie changed the game, bro.
Whoa, holy shit. Do you remember in Boys and Girls there was like that Claire Forlani, her friend, the roommate, her friend?
Yeah. Yeah, the one that he actually fell for.
Well, the one that Jason Biggs hooks up with in the movie. They hook up. It wasn't Freddie Prinze Jr. and Claire Forlani get together. But anyway, the Amanda Detmers, I just looked her up. She is fucking 54 years old.
That's
same age as
crazy.
Claire Forlani.
You know, right about the same time those movies came out, Matt, another Freddie Prinze Jr. came out that I really liked with that Styles girl, whatever her name is, called Down to You.
Oh yeah, I saw Down to You. Yeah,
that's a really good movie too. There were, you know what? There were some pretty good. I hate to admit it, guys. There were some pretty good college rom-coms that we had. I mean, we had 10 Things I Hate About You. We had Boys and Girls. We had all the American Pie stuff. We had Loser. We had Down to You.
She's All That was really
We
good.
had She's All That. Like we had some pretty good shit.
Think about it like this. Within a 6-month period in 1999, She's All That, 10 Things I Hate About You, and American Pie all came out.
And all movies that I will say I really enjoyed.
And then but the summer before then, as for that kind of age range for that kind of comedy, dude, fucking Can't Hardly Wait came out.
Dude, I remember wanting to see that movie so fucking bad, bro. I was locked up when I saw the trailer, and I was like, man, I want to see that movie. I wanted to see that movie as bad as I wanted to see The Phantom Menace. Now, remember at the time I didn't know Phantom Menace was going to
see. I was working at the movie theater for my very first movie theater job in 1998 when Can't Hardly Wait came out. I saw it 4 times.
It's so good, man. It's so good.
It's like, you know, the fact that you've got like the kid from Hook was in it, Charlie Corsmo was in that one, and then you got like, I mean, just like
Donald Faison was in it from
Donald Faison and fucking Breckin Meyer, and then you had,
dude,
you know, as the band, and then you had Jason fucking what was it, Jason Segel,
Seth Green,
Melissa Joan Hart, you know, obviously
these are memories frozen in time, people.
It's like it is like fucking just a classic fucking.
And that last scene at the train station, it's so good, man, because you want it so bad for this kid. And then, you know, he just drops his bag and runs over to you. And it's got that really fucking great old I don't know if you may not remember the band, but it's called Yazoo. And it's got that great song playing at the end. That's a great. Now I want to watch Can't Hardly Wait, motherfucker.
Let me see. Well, let me see where Can't Hardly Wait. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page of it right now. Where is it? I know they released it on 4K. Let's see where to watch right now. It might be. It looks like there is. Oh, you can buy or rent it on YouTube Movies.
I might own that motherfucker.
Maybe.
I probably own it, man.
It's such a Seth fucking Green playing like, you know, like what I loved about that. Well, you want to feel old, and I mean I feel old for saying this, but you know what movie turns 25 this Christmas? Now there's your obvious choices, right? There's Monsters Inc. There's Harry Potter. There's The Lord of the Rings. Those all turned 25.
Yeah, they all came out.
There's another movie, a little film, a wonderful, funny film that came out right around the same time as Lord of the Rings. Maybe you've seen it. Maybe you've heard of it. Not another teen movie.
Is that really 25 years old?
20 fucking.
Remember when those parody movies were just falling off the fucking trees like it was autumn? Like, dude, they were the one that really made me laugh was the superhero movie. I don't know why, but that one was funny, man. When they were falling and the guy's wings came out, and dude goes, "Oh, thank God!" Like it's just so dumb. And then, but I'm not really a big parody guy, you know.
There's there's when it comes to the parody stuff, it really the stuff that we got with like the guys who did Date Movie, Epic Movie, like Meet the Spartans and shit like that. Like those guys delineated the concept of what a parody / spoof.
Yeah, because we grew up on Airplane and shit like that, you know.
Well, not only that we did, but like I was showing my kids Weird Al Yankovic yesterday, and like playing a bunch of
VHF. VHF was funny.
UHF,
yeah.
But yeah, like I mean that one was a big one and everything else and I love that. But I'm trying to explain to my kids like this like Weird Al is not making fun of everything, right? Weird Al is making he is parodying something, but he's not doing it
to be mean. Yeah. It's a parody is an art form. It is. Me being an artist, I have to admit it. Like, parody is an art form, but some of them took it a little too far. Blazing Saddles took it a little too far.
I'm going to disagree on that one because
Mel Brooks, bro. The only reason he got away with it.
No, it's not just Mel Brooks, man. I know what you're going to say, but you got to understand is Mel Brooks was was like the director, but the driving force of a lot of that shit was Pryor.
Yeah. And he was the one that said, "Nah, man, fuck it, do it." Yeah, he did.
Because he's the one who brought a lot of the jokes. He's the one who brought a lot of the, a lot of the racier humor and everything else. That was done.
When the new sheriff's coming up and the bell keeps ringing, and you know what part I'm talking about?
No, what word was he trying to say?
My God, the new sheriff is a bing, and the bell keeps going off, but you don't hear him say it, but you know what word they're trying to say. And even as a kid, I was like, yo, this seems wrong.
It was definitely, I mean, dude,
this seems like I could get in a lot of fucking trouble if my parents saw me watching. All right, man, I gotta fucking take my insulin and bounce, bro.
Yeah, there's what was the hold on here. There is okay. Did you ever hear of a movie called The Legend of Hank?
No.
Okay, I got to show you this before. Okay.
Because I'm going right now. I'm either going to watch Sour Grapes or Homegrown. Like as soon as I get off here, I
know. There's a scene. I don't know if I can fucking find it. If I can fucking find it or not, I don't know. Maybe not. So there is a movie called Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank, and hold on.
How the fuck do you even fit a title that long on the box?
It is crazy. This might be it. I don't know if it is or isn't. Let me just see. Okay. I think so. I think it's a trailer, but it might convey the idea. Okay. So here, check this out, right? It's an animated film, Michael Cera. Okay.
I like Michael Cera. Well, sometimes.
It's a pretty funny movie.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Is this real or AI?
No, this is real. This is a real movie.
Welcoming committee. Maybe this won't be so bad. Okay, first day on the job. Make eye contact, smile.
It's literally Blazing Saddles.
A dog! He's gonna ruin everything! Chicken!
Holy shit, run, dude.
Get him! Tear him up!
The Legend of Hank.
yeah, so it's called Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank. You know what its original title was? Blazing
Saddles
Samurai.
2. Blazing what?
Blazing Samurais was the original title of this movie. One of the this scene is cut down, by the way, because there's a little girl on the top looking at him as he's approaching, and she's trying to go, the sheriff is a dog, and every time she says dog, you hear a ding, right?
Wow, so they're parodying a parody. That's awesome.
But here's the thing: the Shogun, aka the mayor of the area, is voiced by Mel Brooks. He plays the Shogun.
That's so smart.
And Ricky Gervais is playing Hedley Lamar in the movie.
The marshal.
Not the marshal. No. The sleazy politician.
Yeah.
And and so they send in the dog to a cat place so people would kill him. They have a reason to get rid of him, right? And then not only that, but you've got a big ass fucking sumo cat named Mongo, who absolutely says the line "Mongo just pawn" in Game of Life. This movie does not hide. It does not hide its origins. It does not hide anything.
And it's completely racist without being racist.
It is racist without being racist. It is and Mel Brooks produces it. He produced it. He voices the Shogun, right? They literally rip elements of fucking, Blazing Saddles and shit. It is actually not a bad movie.
It really makes me wonder what the new Spaceballs is going to be like.
I don't know if my hype levels can be contained. That's the thing. And that's where I'm worried.
And I know you, Maddie. You don't like to overhype something because you always get let down.
But you have to understand, Spaceballs is like one of
I get it. It's
all-time favorite movies.
It's mother's milk to guys like us that grew up on it. It's not, my all-time favorite. I don't know. I always The Breakfast Club.
It's in there.
Probably.
It's in the list of infinitely quotable, infinitely rewatchable. It's like,
I still laugh to this day when they go to ludicrous speed and they hit the brakes and he flies and smashes. I still laugh to this day, like a little kid.
Holy shit, they went plaid.
And then when they go show it again, and it's in fast, never show this again. As a matter of fact, we're watching this right now. It really is so smart.
Now, not then, but now.
Well,
what about then?
When? Just now.
Dude, or
man, you guys,
the bearded lady, like, get back.
What do you want? What do you want of the freak? Get back here, you bearded bitch. All right, I gotta go take my insulin. Next time you stream, I'll definitely be around.
I go back to work tomorrow, so
I'd be a couple days.
I'm waiting. Apparently, the guy that one of the guys that I trained last month, like they brought him in today for like a meeting, and then he was with our head trainer for the whole shift, and I'm going like, what the fuck happened? Like, I'm like, I gotta like go to work tomorrow and be like, all right, like, where'd I fuck up? So, yeah, actually, I'll tell you this real quick. So we have to be Department of Transportation certified, and so that means just going in and getting a physical like once a year. And mine expired July 1st. I wasn't able to get into the doctor until July 7th. And so I drove for a couple of days. I totally didn't even realize that it was expired.
You get a grace period, bro.
Dude, I don't know, man. My boss hit me up and she was like, we get fined $100 a day and you drove 3 days. And I'm going like,
they might dock you $300.
They might dock me $300, and I'm like, fucking shit. So if that's the case, I will be like, hey guys, you guys all want to watch some trailers and shit? Let's watch some fucking trailers.
And man. At least he's admitting it, you motherfuckers. Get your wallets ready.
I not have a choice. Fucking 300. I mean, I was like, I don't know.
That's excellent.
Really, actually, it's just try to like work an extra day or two, and that will cover it. But it's like, fuck. I was one of those things where it's like it should have been caught ahead of time. But so much stuff, like we're so busy that it just slipped through the cracks. And so I'm kind of hoping that like maybe we'll be able to make it work. But this company's like, if you get a speeding ticket or a ticket while you're driving the van, we take it out of your paycheck. So I'm like, all right, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to owe $300.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to owe them, but they know a good worker when they see
Get that unemployment check ready. If I get unemployed, then I'm going to be on here every fucking night. All right.
Every night begging, begging, and I'll be with him just with it.
I'll be shaking my fucking cheeks.
And I'll be rattling that cup with the change in it.
Just like, yeah, actually, well, I got hit up the other day with a potential offer for a position on another show. And
they want you to take Chrissy Mayer's spot?
No, this would actually pay money.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you later. It's not from the expected people. It was from a weird thing. It kind of caught me off guard. I've just been kind of thinking about it for the last couple of days. I'm not going to do it, but it's just like, because I don't want to go back into that world.
I get it.
It required me to kind of go back into that world.
Blood sports, kill screams type of shit.
No, not necessarily that. Hold on here. I just sent it to you in the private chat there on the thing. So, but I don't want to go back into that shit. I don't want to get involved.
No, Maddie. No,
that was a legit offer I got the other day. Legit offer I got, and I'm just going
First of all,
things must be that bad if you're coming to me.
And I never considered you. You're not. That's not what you are.
Yeah. It wouldn't be. I mean, it wouldn't be everything. It would be
$10,000 a month. Okay.
It would to cover in order to make. Yeah, they would have to pay me at least $7,500 a month to be able to match my.
I know this much. Pay. He's got that kind of money.
True, but it's like to match my current rate of pay, but also then go freelance because I got to pay 25% for taxes. So like that would be the thing, and that's not going to fucking happen. There's no way that's going to happen. But yeah, that was kind of interesting the other day.
That is kind of crazy. That kind of blows my mind.
I would rather, like, if I was going to do anything, I wouldn't do movies. I would probably either fully dive into whatever AI stuff I can make, like animated stuff, right? Video stuff. Or I would, I would just go into doing like weird news, but try to be hyperbolic about shit, make it funnier and joke around and whatever. And then having more time. Cause like the movie news side of things is like, unless you have a hot take, like generally speaking, like you're up against an algorithm full of rage bait grifters. So like nuanced approach to that shit's not going to fucking work. And I don't want to be like the quartering. I don't want to do any of that shit,
No,
so,
fuck that.
So it's not something I want to do. But well, yeah, that's something like I said, I got this last
It's
week.
an option if you were truly thirsty, I could understand.
If I was fucked, if I was absolutely fucked, I'd be like, I got no choice.
Yeah, I get it.
I got no choice because I got to find a job that I can do that allows me to like offset with a girlfriend. So then
I always thought deep down secretly that dude likes you.
I mean, I think what they think in this regard is like I can bring a certain, I don't want to say like professionalism to it, because the way that it was kind of described is it was actually more about being professional than it would be. Like, imagine just being a tard wrangler. Like that would kind of be what it would be. Right? So like that would be the frustration. It would be like trying to like keep things on track. and just watching me get,
you'd lose your temper after 2 days.
It would happen. I'd get fucking mad. I would get mad. I'd be like, you guys are retarded. Stop it. Like, and just like,
tard wrangler. That's fucking fun. The
idea would be a tard wrangler. I think that's kind of what was described to me. And I'm just going like, I mean, like, could I be a tard wrangler? Yeah, I probably could.
Probably could. I mean, I've seen you do shit you didn't want to do.
But it's also just like not where I want to be. I'm like,
no, fuck that. That's a step backwards.
I'd rather do other shit. I'd rather just piss off folks on fucking Twitter and get paid.
There you go, Donovan. We know you're listening, motherfucker. I'm out of here. I love you guys.
Thank you, Chris. Have yourself a good one, buddy. We'll talk to you later. All right, Chris, the bipolar Jedi, done derailing everything. Now I can finally get to These super chats, you guys are like way behind on. Holy shit. All right. Valhalla Erickson for 2. Thank you, buddy. Says, I don't want Batman in Gunn's hands after Supergirl. Well, I'm sorry, but he's going to be there. And Gunn even though Gunn is hands off directing Batman, the Batman Part 2, he's definitely involved in some capacity. Just keep that one in mind. So thank you for that. All right, this is for 5. Says, well, Stranger Things was doing the exact opposite of what Exo Squad was doing. You mean having a show? Oh, getting to finish? Oh, Stranger Things kept them alive. Exo Squad killed them off. Yeah, no, that's the thing, man. It's like that was one of the biggest faults of Stranger Things was the happy ending. Not that I'm against a happy ending, but it's like too many people survived when they probably shouldn't. And that would have been a more interesting thing. H Bart's here for 2, says supers. Thank you. Super of you to give me a super chat. Ahsoka here for 5. Thank you. Says, tell Chris and my anime recommendations. I will send him the stuff. Thank you. Rational here says, did you see the tweet I DM'd you about SJWs coming after Andy Serkis? I did. I actually told Jesse Gender to shut the hell up. I think Jesse Gender's annoying as fuck anyway. So it's just, hey man, do your thing, girl, but like you still are annoying. So the thing with Andy Serkis, we kind of talked about this last night. Like he is, he's using AI for de-aging. He is casting the Lord of the Rings, the Hunt for Gollum, in the way that they probably were more. Peter Jackson would be more in line to direct, which would probably be more in line with the Tolkien estate, more in line with Tolkien himself. And of course, people out there are really upset because, diversity is not a bad thing. It's not a weapon. Okay. But it can be used against you if you utter the word, if you utter the term in a way that doesn't match the leftist ideology. And the thing about that we have to remember too is that, again, you can have diverse casting. You should have diverse casting. The key thing is just tell all your actors to shut the fuck up about it. That's the key, right? Don't tell your actors to just treat it like it's normal casting, right? Not like if a reporter comes up to you and says, so you're the first transgender furry otherkin half-breed elf goblin hybrid, you're bringing so much to the role. You're pioneering this new iteration of a genderless wood elf that's also part orc uruk. How does that make you feel to be the first pansexual non-binary person of color that's also an indigenous two-spirit to play this? I mean, you know what I mean? Like all of these buzzwords, all of these words that get away from the heart of who and what the actor is, because the actors are there to embody a role, and then it's like that person should just like disregard the question and move on with the fucking conversation. But the problem though is that these actors, then they feel like they have to say something because they feel the reason why actors do press, actors hate doing press, but the reason why actors do all these press junkets is because they feel that if they go out, and some contracts have actually backed this up, they feel that if they go out and if they do all the press junkets in the world and that it equates to getting more butts and seats, then they might find themselves getting more work or getting a bonus or getting something extra for their time. Even though in many instances, the vast majority of people do not, will not, cannot, don't, and not cannot, but just don't engage with that shit. And that's just true. H-Bar's here for 2. Thank you. Says, I got parallax straightened out with what? Your dick? I don't even know what the fuck that means, but thank you. Command Unit here says, funny, I bought the Saboteur on Steam recently, required a fan-made patch for higher resolution, played it on PC with a disc, but my PC can't use a disc. Yeah, man, it's a weird system. It's a fun game, though. It's a very fun game. I just don't like the fact that I can't buy it digitally. That's very ridiculous. Thank you, though. All right, H-Barts here says, you probably already guessed this, but I want the DCU to fail miserably. Cavill was robbed, and no, I'm not pro Snyderverse coming back. I mean, you definitely, well, I don't know. You like David Cornsweet. So, you like David, you like Supergirl. I don't even know how much of that you believe. I think what you really want is you want James Gunn to shut the fuck up and go away. Right? Like you want James Gunn to go back and to not be the focal point of all of this shit. That's what you want, H-Barts. And that's okay. That's all right, buddy. I'm not gonna give you a hard time for that. I think that's what you want. I think that's okay. And I think that is kind of just where we are on that one there. Okay. So let me see here. Okay. Command Unit here says Chris watched Code Geass English dub. I'm sure he saw that one, but thank you very much. And then Ahsoka here for 2. Thank you. Says SDCC 2026 is coming soon. I'm super hyped for MCU. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to be happening with the MCU panel when that does go down. I don't know what we're going to get. I don't, I'm not a scooper. I'm not anyone that's out there trying to fucking say anything, outside of what's being reported. That's all I can do. I don't pay for access to a scooper from West Asia's Discord, so I can pass off the stuff that he says in there as being factual, all the while, trying to tell my audience that I'm a legitimate scooper. I'm not Snorlax. I'm sorry. Also, Command Unit here says, bring back redheads, the true oppressed minority. Yeah, the redheads. The redheads. Absolutely the redheads. It's one of those things, man, where it's just like, I made a joke the other day. Creme of the Yellow Hills, the villain from Supergirl, is a ginger. He's a ginger in the fucking in the story, and they completely erase the fact that he's a redhead. Ain't that some shit? Crazy stuff. Rational says, I'll send you an Xbox App Store key for Saboteur. If you can find one, great. Thank you. All right. See, we've been on for 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's 2:00 in the morning. I need to go to bed. Whoa. Crow City of Angels turns 30 next month. Holy shit, man. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. Election 1999. That movie's great. I love Election. Detroit Rock City, man. This is better than the first time I fingered a chick, man. So, Loser has a lot of rapey characters. Yeah, it doesn't mean the Suvari, like, the whole thing is she, like sells her eggs. Some shit like that. I don't even know. There's a lot of good shit there. There's a lot of good shit going on. A lot of great shit that happened. Did I miss? No, I didn't. I got it. Did I? I'm pretty sure I got it. Hold on. I'll go back. Oh, here. Oh, I am sorry, Freakadelic, man. I am sorry. I did miss it. My bad, homie. My bad. Mormons think He-Man's Eternia equal Mormon heaven. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. We all know that's bullshit. But if Mormons can financially support Masters of the Universe so we get a sequel, then I am beyond okay with that. Okay, I am beyond okay with that if we can get that. All right. Like, so like that we can totally get behind that. Then I say we do it. I say we do it. But all right, guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for Chris for coming and hanging out. If you guys haven't already, please leave a like. I appreciate that. Helps the channel, since I'm really just doing the live streams for right now. But I will get back in at some point to regularly scheduled video content. It's just I don't even know. It's half the time I don't know what the fuck to talk about. It's so much easier to just do a tweet than it is to make a video. You know what I mean? So I save it for the lives. But thank you guys. Have yourself a great evening. Go watch The Odyssey, right? Not everyone's going to tell you that. A lot of people are going to tell you don't see The Odyssey. I'm going to tell you, even if it's woke, go watch it. Go watch it in the biggest screen that you can. Save movie theaters. How about that? All right, everybody. Have a good night. Peace out.